Testing. Testing. Hold on. Testing. Hello. 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 I'm back. Hopefully I don't sound off. I had to mess with some mic settings while I was working on a project of mine that will be revealed in about 6 days' time from today. It's February 6th today, and I needed to get it done before the 16th, and I needed to adjust my mic a touch while I was working on it. So I hope I set it back correctly and I don't sound too loud or too quiet or too Scandinavian. I don't know why my microphone would make me sound Scandinavian. And there's nothing wrong with sounding Scandinavian. I'm not, and I don't want to give people the wrong impression. uh, like, I come back from surgery, and suddenly I've got a Scandinavian accent, and they're like, did they nick your brain or something when they were... No, they didn't. They didn't even touch my brain. I didn't have brain surgery, I had scalp surgery. World of difference. Everything happened on the outside of my skull. Welcome back. Thank you, Raven. All right, I'm gonna shift. A non-binary prospector. There's gold in them there hills. that's that's good. That's fucking good. Oh. But in that instance, it wouldn't be the prospector who's non-binary. It'd be the hills themselves. But still, that's a fucking good one. Okay. We're back. I didn't stream last week because I was in recovery. Technically, I'm still in recovery because there's still a hole in the side of my head where there's a bunch of stitches and such. But I feel good enough to stream. Still got Mocha with me. Say hi, Mocha. Excellent. All right, let's get started, shall we? There we go. Okay, I gotta remember, I have to adjust the audio every time. Because otherwise it's like really loud for some reason. There we go. Alrighty. Welcome to Project Pokémon, the grand return. I didn't get to stream last week, so which means I'm technically behind. Damn it, I pressed A. I forgot the setup is like the B is A and the A is B. There we are. That's right. I got my third badge a couple weeks ago. And now we gotta go through the Dark Cave or whatever it is. I think Dark Cave is Gen 2. This is Rock Tunnel? Fuck, man, I don't remember. It's Onyx! I don't have an Onyx. I don't really need an Onyx. Onyx is a pretty notorious Pokemon for being actually pretty significantly weak. We're gonna try and catch one anyway. Oh no! My defense has been lowered greatly! Stop screeching at me, you screech owl. Well, he's unexpected. Oh, you're on fire today, Raven. Alright, how much is that gonna do? 2 screeches, and you did 3 damage! Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason they had to give Onyx an evolution where they turn it into a steel type. Because otherwise Onyx is just not great. As intimidating as it looks, those 4 times weaknesses to both water and grass, and incredibly poor special stats, make it really not as burly as you would think it should be. Honestly, I often joke that the rock type might as well be the glass type, because they've got so many fucking weaknesses, and they usually have not great special defense, so if you hit them with something they're weak to, which most of it is special, they're gonna shatter like glass. Do I have anything that can put it to sleep, or whatever? Ichiban, Brussels, Jazz Cabbage, Bakugo. Bakugo might have hypnosis. Yep. I'm gonna use Bakugo for a second, so I can put it to sleep to make catching it a little easier. Hypnosis has, what, 70% accuracy in Gen 1, maybe? Hopefully not 50-50. It does throw me off that it doesn't have, like, the power and accuracy of moves on screen anymore. Well, anymore. Yay, I caught Onyx! Anymore implies that it's a sudden change. No, this is how it started. The Rock Snake Pokemon. No, I do not want to get a nickname to Onyx. Probably never going to use it. Unless there's some kind of trade somewhere in the game where it's like, here, I'll give you this thing if you give me your Onyx, and it turns out to be like a really good thing. I draw Pokemon when I'm home. A lot of people do that. Pokemaniac wants to fight. She's got a nice design, though. Slowpoke! Aw, I love Slowpoke. But we don't want the boulder fighting a Slowpoke. Okay, technically, so far, the only two permanent members of the team are Jazz Cabbage and Funk. Everyone else is temporary. And as cool as Brussels is, not going to be on the permanent member of the team. Gyarados, I can only use Pokemon 3 times per playthrough, and I'm not going to waste one of my Gyarados uses in the very first generation, man. Gyarados is a big reason why I gave the hard 3-time limit rule. One, I'm going to have to reuse some Pokemon anyway, so I can't just say one and done. Hold on, I gotta take a sip of water. Still haven't got rid of this cough. But two, if I didn't give myself any limit, it'd be way too easy to just fucking use Gyarados as my water type in pretty much every generation. Like, you can usually always catch a Magikarp early on, and it evolves at a relatively early level. Like, once you put in the hard work of evolving the bastard, you get a Gyarados out of it, who can carry you through the game. So, I couldn't give myself a one-use only for Pokemon, but I had to give myself a hard limit, because I just wouldn't want to only use Gyarados. There's so many fucking water types. It's the most common type in the fucking Pokemon world. It's the second most common type in the first game, being only beat by Poison by a single Pokemon. There's like, I don't know, 34 Poison types and 33 Water types, if I'm remembering correctly. So I'm spoiled for choice as far as Water types go. In theory, I could probably do the entire Project Pokémon and never use Gyarados. I don't think that I will. I'll probably use Gyarados at the very least once. Just because, you know, Gyarados and it's fun to use. I got 1250 for winning. But I didn't want to just, like, only use Gyarados, you know? It's a Zubat! Or a Zubbit. Get him the boulder! Oh no, 2 damage. How will I survive? Probably gonna have to go in and out of this fucking cave a few times. Hi Vash! Thank you for the bits. And for the sudden need to change my pants. How you doing? Scare +1. No, this isn't a spooky stream. Although that does remind me, guys, I think I've decided what I want to do for my birthday. Because I have some unfinished business with a game I played back in October. And I think what I want to do is... not necessarily my birthday, because I'm probably going to spend the day with my family. And my birthday's on a Thursday, so not the day after either. Scare +1! Let me finish the fucking story! But the day before, Wednesday, March 4th, most likely. I think I'm gonna start an early stream, and I'm gonna try and play through the entirety of Corpse Party, and this time, get the good ending. Now, it hasn't been that long since I played, but it's been long enough that I've probably forgotten how to do a bunch of shit. So that's why I want to start early. Like, early. I don't know. I'm gonna be prepared for a fucking 12-hour stream if that's what it takes. That way I can start from the beginning, play through every chapter, and get the good ending. So we're gonna have... I don't know how spooky it's gonna be because I've already played the game. But I'm sure I'll have forgotten some of the scares. So we'll have something of an unexpected spooky stream celebration for my birthday. There will be a scare counter, just don't be surprised if some of the stuff that scared me the first time around doesn't hit quite as hard the second time. That said, most of the scares in the first time were probably from Vash and the rest of chat. So, there will be those buttons to do that with. I think that's what I want to do. I still have to work out the exact time I'm going to start. What I need to do is I need to go back, check the VODs, which should have started airing yesterday, see how long it took me to play through the whole game on each of those 3 parts. Remember that I had to repeat a couple chapters a couple times, because I'm an idiot and I suck at the game, and sort of use that as a baseline for how long I should plan the stream to be for. I think that'd be fun, to finish my unfinished business with Corpse Party, finally get a good ending before I turn the age I'm turning. I was easily responsible for at least half the scares. Honestly, I'd say maybe 60%. I don't come here often, but I will fight you. And you'll have the opportunity to scare me some more! And I think I'd like to go... was being modest. I think... oh, definitely not gonna have the Boulder fight Oddish. Who do I have for fighting grass types right now? I did not bring my bird with me, did I? Yeah. I think I'd like to finish off my unfinished business with Corpse Party before I turn my next age. I'm iffy about saying ages sometimes. Hey Mocha, you sniffing me? Sometimes Twitch is about that. I don't really have anything suitable for fighting a grass type, but it is also poison type, and Bakugo does have confusion. And I'd like to go... fuck! I switched into a sleep spell, or a sleep powder. I'd like to try and go until midnight, so we actually can end on my birthday. Wake up, you dumb fuck! Yeah, fighting the trainers is probably going to be the biggest reason I'll have to go in and out of this place a few times. I'll also probably have to let Dork know, because Dork was probably the only other person besides Vash who was as excited about me playing Corpse Party. Oh man, I got Lurk gonna naps. Enjoy your naps, Vash! Wake up, Bakugo! Man, I really had bad luck on getting switched into that sleep. Oh, and it's taken forever. Good thing this isn't a fucking Nuzlocke, or I'd be pissed. Alright, it should be able to absorb it, and we outsped it, so... There we go. She's like right next to the mic, I'm sure it's picking her up. She's like sniffing. Bulbasaur! Yeah, I'm gonna switch. Even though I could probably take it out. Yeah, I'll see if I can outspeed it for one confusion. Bakugo's probably dead at this point anyway. Poison powder! Well, we'll get the confusion off and then we'll die to poison. I wasn't expecting... Oh my god! Leech Seed? Well, I'll get the confusion off and kill the Bulbasaur, but... Okay, cool. I was wondering if we'd actually get the, You can smell me through the computer. And one step. Bakugo fainted. Alright. We're like, what? 3 trainers in? I already have to leave so I can heal. Yay! I wasn't expecting to be fighting grass types in a cave. I'm gonna be honest, guys. That's why I didn't bring that Fearow. Whose name is Jay. I don't even remember what I'd planned on naming it. But right now I'm just calling it Mr. J. I expected mostly Zubats, the occasional Geodude. Didn't expect to fight 2 Onixes before I fought a Geodude, but I did expect to fight a lot of Zubats. Alright. Ichiban. Lipstick for men. It's a reference to Friends. Bet my snake is stronger than that one. Your Spearow is the Joker? I guess so. I don't remember what I'd planned on naming it. I'd clicked J, and then I, like, accidentally clicked accept or whatever. And I'm sure I had a name in mind for it. But since I stopped at J, right now I'm just calling it Mr. J. When we get to... fucking... Fuchsia City or whatever, there's the... I think that's where the nickname changer guy is. Excuse me. And we can change it to something. It's not going to be a permanent member of the team, so we don't really have to. I will, however, absolutely change Desperado to be spelled correctly. Because, like, I don't even know what I was thinking that made me spell it wrong, but I absolutely spelled Desperado wrong, and it really fucking bothers me that I spelled it wrong. I'm never going to use Butterfree again. But the fact that my Butterfree, who I named Desperado, does not have a correctly spelled name really bothers me. I did use the TM for Water Pulse on Ichiban. I mean, it's not like I was ever going to use Water Gun on anything else. It's a pretty weak TM. I shouldn't be shy about using them. At least that gives it a stab water move. And this was before they split Special into Special Attack and Special Defense. So, Gyarados still has a Special of 100. Am I going the right way, or did I start going down when I was originally going up? I always say the misspelling of the name is a bug since it's a bug type. In theory, I could. In practice, I still hate that it's spelled incorrectly. Because the reason I named it Desperado was because at the time I caught it, I was thinking about Digimon and the Pokemon Pyldramon, who has a move called Desperado Blaster in English, which is a... I don't know if the term transliteration is accurate here, but it's like they translated the attack from Japanese where it's the Death Parade Blaster, but because they're pronouncing Death Parade in a Japanese accent, but it's still English, it comes out as Desperado Blasta. Because of, you know, Japanese phonetics being different than English. And so Desperado sounds like Desperado. So they called it Desperado. Also, because they didn't want to mention death, I guess, maybe. I don't have anything with cut on me. I gave cut to something to get me here. Because I had to get cut to get past that tree. I'll have a permanent cut user later on. For conveniency. This is probably just here as a dead end in case you're trying to navigate this place in the dark, but I do wonder if there's... Machop! Oh, hey! Head pats and tell us a joke. I will do that. Thank you, Chris. Let me get the head pats going. It's a shame how weak fighting types are in this first game, huh? But they do get better later on, so I might use a Machop eventually. Just probably not going to be in this first game. Where the hell are my head pats? There they are. For me, and for Pandora over there. Okay, now. Let me find a good joke to tell. You guys can just listen to the battle music play in the background. Should I go ahead and catch this Machop, though? There's absolutely no chance I'm going to use it. Apparently, Karate Chop is a normal type move in this first game, which gives, what? Seismic Toss, Submission, and maybe Low Kick as the only fighting type moves? That's not a good selection of moves for fighting types in this game. Ooh, I should look up and see if I can find a list of Pokemon jokes. Since I'm doing Project Pokémon. That was weird. I clicked on the link on my phone, and the music paused for like a second, and I'm like, oh my god! Is my computer so shitty that it locked up because I clicked something on the phone? Oh, I gotta get a new computer, guys. Alright, let's see here. What's Matthew McConaughey's favorite Pokemon? Right on, right on, right on. It's actually pretty good. Thank you for that, Chris. Yeah, for the head pats and for the joke. Right, if it survives this body slam, we'll try and catch it. It didn't survive the body slam. I don't like spending money on repels when there's such a limited amount available, but places like this make me feel like sometimes I'd have to. Because there's not a verse seeker in this version, I don't think. And I can't like start getting essentially infinite money until basically I get past the Elite Four and I can take them on over and over again. I don't have a Zubat yet? Or does it just not show the little Pokeball in the corner? Let me check my Pokédex. I don't need to catch everything. That's not what this whole challenge is about. But I might have given cut to Beedrill. Pidgey, Pidgeotto. Ekans. I didn't get a Pikachu. Okay, I've got a Zubat. And Oddish. I don't have my chop, though. Oh, it's gonna be so confusing to me to not have the Pokeball in the corner. Bellsprout, Tentacool, Geodude, Ponyta, Slowpoke. Hi, kitty! Level 35. Jazz Cabbage is gonna be able to carry me through this dungeon pretty well. As long as I don't run out of PP on this body slam. How you doing, kitty? I'm alright? Well, alright, alright, alright. I'm doing a Matthew McConaughey reference because I was made to tell a joke earlier, and I decided to look up Pokemon jokes, and it was what is Matthew McConaughey's favorite Pokemon, so it made me thinking of it. Yeah. You know, it's a shame that when they did the surgery on me, they couldn't also somehow magically remove whatever's still making me cough. They gave me a chest x-ray and everything, and like, they didn't find anything wrong, or otherwise they would have told me. But fucking... I'm still coughing! Found out a game I've been grinding in for over 1.5k hours is gonna wipe everything. Oh my god. That's... so many hours lost. See, this is why you shouldn't play online games. Sorry. Sorry. Trying to make the bad situation funny. What game? It's a beta. Oh. Well, then you should have known beta. Sorry again. Just trying to keep it light. It's Cubone! So I assume that... And, of course, you know what happens when you assume, but I assume that they're exiting beta, trying to get the full game out, and just gonna have, like, I always knew they would wipe eventually, but the reason for wiping everything doesn't feel like it's the right time. Bitcraft. Oh, okay, I've seen you play Bitcraft. No, they're not wiping it because they're ready to go full with the game? Then what is their reason, if they're... Hold on. I imagine not much, because Zubat will 4 times resist it, but I want to see how much damage a Razor Leaf will do when I'm this high level compared to the Zubat. Shocking. Okay, well, a critical hit. That helped. I got a 1, 2, 3 experience. I was gonna say that was shockingly a lot, but it was a critical hit, so I can't use that as my measuring stick. It won't be ready for launch for at least another 1.5 years, maybe longer. Dear lordy! I've played some games in beta, but I try not to sink too much time into them, because, you know, shit in beta, that changes. My Pokemon techniques will leave you crying. They have an Empire system and are reworking it, but they want to throw in a new map. Hiker wants to fight. Hiker sent out Geodude. I wonder how I will respond. Use Razor Leaf. By the way, kitty, because you probably missed it, I've announced my current plans for what I shall do for my birthday this year, which is coming up in under a month. What I want to do is that game, Corpse Party, that I never got a decent ending for, no matter how many times I tried. I want to do a really early stream. I want to start really early, the day before my birthday, and play that game from start to finish, and this time get a good ending on it. So, impromptu spooky stream, a game I've already played, but never got the good ending for. And I want to try and go till midnight, so that way we can end on my actual birthday. I think they're taking it from 9 region servers down to 4, so things feel more crowded. On the one hand, I can understand that, because they want the worlds to feel more populated. On the other hand, that can make it intimidating for new people, too. Hit me with your best shot! Fire away! Sounds like a great time. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome! I can't wait to get scared again, and to fail so many times. Because I failed at that game so many times. I've already got a fully evolved Venusaur on my team, so... I've got Doug Trio too, which could also get me through a decent chunk of these. I've got 2 permanent members of the team. I just need to start getting others. I've got an idea of who I want my teams to be for the first 3 games. Other than that, I'm trying to be like, this would be a fun Pokemon to use, but let's wait until I get past the first 3 games before I start thinking of the other games. I think the way they have it now is nice. I think a lot of people want to have their own town, and reducing us down to less than half the space could be a poor plan. Yeah, I get that. Oh, I saw, on that Nintendo Direct they did, it was a third-party showcase Nintendo Direct, so, you know, nothing really important got announced. But a bunch of fun little games they showed are gonna come to, like, the Switch 2 or whatever. One of them was Valheim. They're also finally bringing over Fallout 4, which, like... Oh, they had to wait for a whole fucking next-generation console before they could bring Fallout 4 to the goddamn Switch. Because of just how badly the graphics would have performed, most likely. I should stream Fallout 4 one of these days, but... I mean, it took me over a year to beat Fallout 3. Granted, I took plenty of breaks. But Fallout 4 is still a much bigger game. I thought Persona 5 took me a long time. That took me a long time by surprise. Fallout 4 would take a long time by design. Because I'd feel compelled to try and do, like, every quest possible and all the DLC. And I'd definitely get distracted with the settlement building mechanics, because I always do. Oh, you win. I got 665 money. Feel like that guy should have just given me $1 more for the funnies. Completionist. Completionist is a strong word, but like, if I'm gonna stream a game for people to watch, I want them to be able to see as much as possible of what goes on in the game. Plus, Fallout 4 is like... I mean, Fallout 3 also was too, but Fallout 4 is like a very big open world thing where there's so much stuff you could very easily miss if you just run through the normal story. Like, if I just ran through the story, it probably wouldn't take that long at all, but it'd be boring. The fun is, you know, all the other stuff. And I wouldn't even visit, like, 1/3 of the locations available. Probably not even, like, 1/5. There's a lot of games I've got on the back burner. Once I'm not working as much as I currently am, I think we're going to add a 3rd stream day just as a regular thing. Just so I can, like, play more games and get some of these off the back burner. What am I doing? Which way is out? Don't ask me, man. I'm 10. Why are you asking a 10-year-old for directions out of a cave? You're an adult. Why does everyone in the Pokemon world rely on 10-year-olds to solve their problems for them? Where are the adults? Where are the competent adults? Yay! Jazz Cabbage leveled up. Eventually I'll get Toxic, and I'm gonna replace Poison Powder for Toxic, but aside from that, Venusaur's already got its, moveset down. Oh, apparently I need to show some respect. Are you gonna send out— oh, yeah, I'm gonna respect the shit out of this Geodude by attacking it with leaves. Venusaur. Venusaur, thank you. Jazz Cabbage. Venusaur sounds like... I can't get the joke out. It sounds like how I felt when I first learned to masturbate. I couldn't get the joke out. Oh. Mocha, that is not your water bowl, that is my bowl for food. Here, if you're hungry, you have a food bowl right here, sweetheart. She keeps trying to eat out of my food bowl when she has a food bowl and a water bowl. See this red bowl, Mocha? No, of course you don't. You're 1, colorblind because you're a dog, and 2, blind because you're blind. What am I even trying to use colors as the metaphor for? But the red one is mine, Mocha. This one is yours. You know the one you have never eaten out of? Ever? That one's not for you. Maybe you should masturbate with hot sauce. I don't want to do that. Also, your food smells better. I'm sure it probably does. That bowl is empty, but the last thing in it was, I had what I like to call, chicken taco bowl, which is everything you would put in a chicken taco minus the tortilla, because I didn't have tortillas. So it was just like, you know, chicken with all the taco seasonings and whatnot, sour cream, cheese, hot sauce, all that good shit, just like in a bowl, instead of a tortilla. Oh fuck, I just remembered I've had water boiling for like an hour. I'm assuming you meant boiling. I will be surprised if there is a lot of water left, depending on how much water you started with and how high the boil was. Critical hit, but I didn't one-shot it. So, yeah, you're gonna want to go check that. Which I actually will go ahead and work on the assumption that you are currently doing. Gotta be careful, though. If you don't check your pots while they're boiling, you can scorch the pans. That can make it harder for them to, you know, distribute heat. I don't need a Machop. I don't need a Machop. I also came to a dead end, but I still don't need a Machop. So I'm not gonna bother catching it. Where's the fucking exit? I didn't burn the kitchen down. Well, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Believe me. If you could be thankful for anything, it's that you didn't burn your house down. Critical hit! I mean, we might replace Razor Leaf with a stronger Grass-type move, unless the only stronger Grass-type move in Gen 1 is Solar Beam, which is a fine move, but it's got, like, not very good PP. Plus, it takes a turn to charge. And I don't know if sunlight is even a mechanic in this first game. So. Oh my god. I stepped in a spot, and then immediately once I'm done with this fight, I'm gonna have that fucking girl being like, oh, well, I challenge you immediately after that fight you just had. I'm gonna have to swap out Jazz Cabbage soon, because Jazz Cabbage is running out of moves! Oh yeah? Hikers leave twigs as trail markers. Junior trainer female wants to fight. Oh, I see. Pokemon can't have genders yet, but a junior trainer can. Only other grass move it learns is Solar Beam at 65. Okay, yeah, we're probably not picking up Solar Beam then. At 65, that's super late level. Like, we might beat the game before we get to 65, depending on, you know, certain factors. Jigglypuff. Little sprite. Pidgey! Alright, let's bring out the boulder and have him throw some rocks. Yeah, I'm learning just how poor move variety was in these first generation games, man. Like, fucking forget about coverage. Just focus on having some decent attacks. You should be thankful if your Pokemon ends up with 2 decent attacking moves by the end of the fucking game. My Vaporeon now knows Ice Beam. See, that's decent coverage at least. But it's also not surprising, because pretty much every water type can learn. Oh, I got $420! Oh, perfect. I got 420 Pokédollars. Pretty much every water type can learn at least one ice type move. And Ice Beam is probably the best one in this early game. No water move, though. Well, I'm working on the assumption that since you just got Vaporeon Ice Beam, you're still probably in, what, Celadon? So, you don't have Surf yet. Although, you might still have the TM for one of those water moves that you picked up, because there's Water Gun and, what was the other one, Bubble Beam? I used the Ice Beam TM. Yeah, I figured, but you can buy that in Celadon, right? Because you get Eevee in Celadon, you can buy a Water Stone in Celadon, and you get the Ice Beam TM in Celadon. So I just assumed, based on that you are in Celadon. You got Water Gun at 31. Fair enough. Is Water Gun or Bubble Beam stronger? If Bubble Beam is stronger, you should probably just go ahead and teach it Bubble Beam and fucking forget about Water Gun. Like, your fucking items are goddamn limited tightly in this game, apparently. So, really cannot be picky about using those TMs. Dead end. Alright, I did remember looking up, the Dugtrio gets Slash. That'll probably be Dugtrio's, like, Punk's main attacking move besides Dig, which will probably later upgrade to Earthquake. And I'm pretty sure it can learn at least one Rock-type move. That gives it one more slot available for something down the line. You can't buy it. You only get one of the TMs by giving it to the girl on the roof. She always gives Rock Slide. She also gives Rock Slide and Tri-Attack. Damn, you only get a choice of one? Well, Ice Beam is probably the most useful one. Oh, damn, I'm out of Razor Leaf. Okay, time to swap out Jazz Cabbage. Also, TM7 is Horn Drill, and it's 2K. Why would I use Horn Drill? Fuck! I know that's like a one-hit KO move, but geez, like, what's its fucking accuracy? 30%? If even that? Why would I spend that much money on a TM I wouldn't fucking use? Haha, can you beat my power? I mean, I can. Nidoking? Yeah, but Nidoking's not part of my permanent party on this playthrough. Like, sure, if I'd planned on keeping Nidoking in the party, it would be at least, you know, occasionally fun to be able to pop out a one-hit KO move and see if it hits, but I don't think anything on my permanent team is gonna be able to even learn Horn Attack in this first game. I'll probably use a Nidoking eventually in, like, one of the next 2 games, but, like, I'm trying not to use every good thing immediately, you know what I'm saying? Gotta save some room for myself. Yeah, right now the only 2 permanent members of the team are Jazz Cabbage and Punk. Brussel is a good fallback, which I'll probably be switching to right about now. But he's not a permanent member of the team right now. He's just a very useful Pokemon to have early on. Oh my fucking god! Really? Really? It's like that? Yeah. Fucking dick. Too bad Brussel can't learn Dig. I do have the Dig TM. I mean, Punk already has Dig, but it'd be cool if I could get Stab on Brussel. The only stab poison move it can probably learn is fucking Poison Sting. Ooh, Brussel's trying to learn Thrash. Okay. If I remember correctly, what Thrash does is for like 3 to 4 turns it uses that move, and then you can't change it, but then once it's done it gets confused. Am I correct in that assumption? Right, hold on. Tackle versus Thrash. Let me just look up how much power Thrash has. I mean, I do have Horn Attack as a base attack for... Essentially, that's a replacement for Tackle anyway. Thrash might just be like a decent power move to use if I need to. Alright, let's see here. Just need to look up Thrash, because I can't see base power. Okay, base power 90 in Generations 1 through 4, increased to 120 in Pokemon contests. Does that mean after... Okay, inflicts damage for 3 to 4 turns, has a base power of 90, 20 PP. Only deducted the first turn Thrash is called, so that means it has technically a lot more PP really than it seems like it does. 2 to 3 turns, but yeah. Okay, Thrash is a decent replacement for Tackle. Because we already have Horn Attack as a replacement for Tackle. It's just like a normal attacking move. I'm guessing it's not until later games where Nidoran gets access to Double Kick or whatever. Because I'm pretty sure Nidoran can get Double Kick in most games as like an early fighting type move. Which would be much better than the fighting type move I've got on it, even if it's just Double Kick. Alright, we're gonna switch to Punk. Can probably do some decent damage with Dig against any rock types. Critical hit. Yeah, see, this is the reason why I chose Doug Trio. It's got a fucking insane speed stat. And in this first game, speed has a distinct, like, tie-in with how often you critical. So, high speed, better critical chance. Plus, it doesn't hurt to get stabbed Earthquake. Essentially, every team I build, I'll want something to have Earthquake. And if I can certainly help it, it'll be Stab Earthquake. Okay, Slowpoke is Water Psychic at base, and Staryu is only Water type and becomes Water Psychic when it evolves. I'm pretty sure that's the... Sometimes I get confused about which one is which that way. I know that they're both Water Psychic types when they're fully evolved, but I remember, like, one of them is Water type before they evolve, and one of them is still Water Psychic before. Oh no, another Slowpoke! What will I do? Let's see if we can get Bakugo some experience. He's not a permanent member of the team. But if, potentially, I could at least get him decently powerful, a good Psychic type will help me get through a lot of Team Rocket battles that I'm probably gonna have to do pretty soon. I don't remember what level Drowsy evolves at into Hypno. Probably somewhere in the fucking 30s. Critical hit. Shoot, I'm so jealous. Well, I mean, that's what you get for only using 3 fucking Slowpokes. Okay, there's a ladder up there, but let me check down here. Just want to make sure I don't miss any items, you know? Another reason I swapped out is because I didn't want Punk to be too weak. Okay, good. That didn't do too much damage. He evolves at 26. Oh, that's better than I thought. I mean, still nowhere close to where I'm going to get to before the end of this stream, but it is better than I thought. Bakugo might stick around for a little bit until I get something to replace him. Yeah, getting through this and then all the next place, there's no way I was going to keep up the 1 gym per stream thing that I was working on there. Okay, let's see here. Put the boulder in front, hoping these people don't lead with grass types. Probably should have gone back to heal real quick. Don't try anything funny in the dark! Lady, don't flatter yourself. Junior trainer. Ah, why? This was the thing I asked you not to do. Don't use sleep powder, don't use sleep powder, don't use sleep powder, don't use sleep powder, don't use sleep... Okay. Wrap's not great, but... hopefully it doesn't fucking keep me trapped as long as a sleep would. Oh my god! Stop! Fuck, man. When I get to Pokemon Blue, and I can catch a Bellsprout, I'm gonna fucking name it Snoop Dogg, because it won't stop rapping. Yeah, you like that kitty. Oh my god! Stop! Fucking asshole! Alright. Do I want to use a fucking potion here? Just wanted to use confusion on you. Don't have anything left for Jazz Cabbage to do. This is a bad idea, but... Clefairy! Normal type in this generation. For the first couple, really. The first handful. But at least it means I can hit it with Water Gun without worrying about it resisting. Oof, it must have a decent special stat, though. Yeah, well, I'm using special moves on you, so lower my attack as much as you want. Yeah, Clefairy-ass bitch. Oh my god, it's got a fucking sliver of health left. Dude, I'm gonna need to go back and heal before I fight this next fucking lady. I don't even know if I have enough healthy Pokemon to heal, to get out of this damn place. I can use an antidote on Ichiban. As long as I don't run into any fucking grass types, Ichiban can take the lead and deal with Zubats with Tackle and Bite and Geodudes with fucking Water Gun. That one, yes. Well, I just beat Erica. Congratulations! You beat probably the easiest gym. No offense to Erica. Grass types just have a lot of weaknesses, and you have a lot more options by the time you get to her. And now, you never need another fire type for the rest of the game. It's really sad. It's really sad. Fire types have nothing to fucking do in Gen 1 after you beat Erica. Oh, did Bakugo faint? Yeah, well, he had 1 HP and he was poisoned, so... Alright. You should have low special defense, or low special in general. Okay, good. Didn't even use a fire type. That's what I'm saying, man. In Gen 1 games, at least, fire types don't really... You don't need one! It's sad, but true. You really just don't need a fire type in Gen 1 games. What are they gonna go... What are they effective against? Ice types? Most of those are also water types, so you wouldn't want to use a fire type anyway. Grass types? You can take those out with much more common flying types. You got an Ice-type move on your Vaporeon, so that gives it covered to your Ice types. Most of your Grass types in Gen 1 are also poison, so a good Psychic type can body them for the most part. Like, you just have better options in Gen 1 games. Steel type will necessitate the use of Fire types later on, absolutely. Like, really, you just... Because I was researching who the best teams to try and use would be. That way I could try and plan at least the first generation teams I was going to have so I didn't have to repeat anything. I just came to the realization that you just don't need a Fire type. Obviously, I'm going to try and get Fire types in later games. I don't have everything planned out for anything past Gen 1, but I'd like to use an Arcanine in my Gen 2 game in Gold. I think it's exclusive to Gold, so I'd have to use it in Gold. And because trading is technically legal via the rules I have established, I could catch a Houndour and trade it to another Gen 2 game and use it much earlier than they intend for you to. Why did I use Bite? I should use Water Gun. Nah, it still killed it. What's funny is that Dark is special, right? So Bite goes from being normal to Dark, so it goes from being physical to special, and then later it goes back to physical again. Wonder if any other move has that unique distinction. Since there's a Steel-type gym in Gen 2, I'd absolutely want a Fire-type on my teams. My only real rule regarding trading is that there needs to be technically a file that exists to trade with, quote-unquote, before I'm allowed to trade. So, on a first game for a generation, I wouldn't be able to use any trade Pokemon, but since there'd be people to trade with in the second and third games, and also potentially more, depending on the generation, then I could trade in Pokemon. Easy peasy. And for me, each game has sort of its own endpoint that isn't necessarily beating the Elite Four and the Champion. For me, Gen 1 ends during the encounter with Mewtwo. Gen 2 ends after you fight Red. Stuff like that. So, that does give me the option to do post-game stuff in some of the generations. Black and White. You fight in, and then you get credits, but then you can still challenge the Elite Four, and then actually challenge the champion Alder. For me, that's the end. So, going through the Elite Four twice. I just picked up Horn Drill TM in the Rocket Hideout. I wasted 2K! Oh, I'm sorry. That's sad. And also hilarious. I'm assuming you're using a Nidoking since you picked it up and you mentioned Nidoking. Maverick, how are you this evening? Hello, Aces! I'm doing okay. I'm still recovering from my surgery, but I'm doing better than I was. There's still a big old hole in my head. And I have to change my bandages every day. But the doctor says that I can start taking showers with soap again. Dragon Rage is not super useful as a move. How are you, Aces? But it's better than Splash, which does literally nothing. Nope, just wanted to see if anyone on my team could use it. Nobody can. Oh, you should have saved it before you bought it then. Saved it, bought it, tested, and then reset. Recovering from injury, but getting by. Oh, we're both in recovery. Me from surgery and you from injury. How much will Dragon Rage actually do? It does level-based, right? Or does it always do fixed damage? I forget if it's like level-based or fixed. I tend not to use moves of either variety. Yeah, I had my 1-week checkup just the other day, and the doctor was like, you're recovering fine, you can start using soap again, but now I had to change my bandages twice a day instead of every 2 days. Dragon Rage is always 40 damage. Okay, fixed damage. Good to know. I currently have 57.5k Pokédollars. I think I'm fine. Yeah, but you can't get an infinite amount unless you're willing to spam payday or until after you get past the Elite Four, so technically every dollar spent is a dollar that could have gone to something else. Man, that didn't even do a lot. Glad you're recovering well? So am I. This whole surgery business has interfered with a lot of other stuff I've had planned, too. I only just finished recording my friend's birthday song that I've been talking about, and that birthday is in 10 days. Like, I only just finished the recording of it yesterday. I should have been well ready by now. Now I gotta start working on the next friend's song, because their birthday is slightly before mine, which is in under a month. But I got one song done. I wrote the song, I finished writing the song weeks ago. Just because of all the surgery stuff, I didn't have time to record the song. Let's see if you've got more than 40. Hey, you still got it recorded, so I'd say good job, all things considered. Yeah, but I should have had it done a while ago and should have already gotten started on the next one. Probably have already gotten at least started on recording it. I should be in the process of editing the second one. But, nope. I gotta fucking write it, then record it. And I gotta be damn quick about it because I do not have that much time remaining. Only got less than a month before my birthday, and their birthday is like a few days before mine. Okay, gotta go out and heal. Though I do have an idea of what I want to do for my birthday. Barring some, like, last-minute decision on my part, I think I have, what I want to do planned. How are you feeling? Aside from, you know, you said you're recovering well, but, like, you said you were injured. How badly were you injured? How are you feeling about the injury? They gave me some pretty strong pain medication for after my surgery. I took one the day after my surgery, but it didn't, like, help. And it made my stomach feel like it was kind of burning, so I didn't take it again. Probably won't either. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. I've never been particularly big on pain medication. Like, it never seems to fucking do much for me. Like, there's pain medication that I've taken that's left me in sort of like a loopy state, like, very, like, out of it, but doesn't do much for the actual pain itself. Suppose there are worse things to be than someone who just doesn't get much out of pain medication. Could be someone who gets too much out of pain medication. Alright, Mocha. I'm just gonna move your food bowl over here because you're napping. It was just sitting there and you never ate out of it. Oh, and I move your food bowl and you pick up your head like, wait, food? You said food? Bored out of my mind, back injury. I can stand and walk, but lying down is like a steady 5 out of 10 pain. Sitting for more than 5 minutes shoots up to about 8 or 9 out of 10. All I was prescribed was ibuprofen, which does nothing for the pain. They gave me some, like, really intense shit for my pain. But, like, one, I'm not actually in that much pain. It's more of a pinching sensation where my stitches are than anything else. And two, I took it. Didn't help much with that. Made my stomach feel like it was burning. So, I don't think it's even worth using. Like, I'd put mine at maybe a 2 or 3 out of 10. Ugh, no thanks, yeah. But I do have to change these bandages twice a day now. So I gotta, like, take the bandages off, clean up the stitches with, like, some rubbing alcohol, put this weird crap in because they couldn't use regular ointment because, yay me, I'm allergic to fucking penicillin. What's it called? Celadon cream. Sounds great. Couldn't just use regular ointment because I'm allergic to the fucking shit that was in it. Me too? You're allergic to penicillin? Oh, I pressed A instead of B. I've been pressing B this whole time, but because I put the controller down for literally 2 seconds, I went back to pressing A. Yeah, I gotta put that stuff on the... I gotta clean it, put the Celadon on there. Then I gotta take this, like, weird tapey stuff or whatever, and put it on there, and then I have to... Not terribly, but yeah. Then I have to put a fresh piece of gauze on there, and then I have to wrap my head in a bandage, and I have to do that 2 times a day from now on. Which has honestly been the most annoying part of the surgery. Just giving me a bad rash. It's been a long time since I was exposed to it. I'm pretty sure it gives me a pretty bad rash too. But I doubt they'd let me use it as an ointment. Yeah, same. Water snake versus rock snake. Water snake wins. Like, they gave me a whole bunch of shit to deal with the stitches and whatever. But, like, they couldn't use the regular ointment because it has penicillin in it, so I have to use the Celadon stuff. Oh, the joys of being allergic to one of the most basic forms of medicine. Yeah, then I gotta tape it up, then put gauze, then rewrap it, and I gotta do that twice a day. And because they don't fucking want to give me 30,000 rolls of gauze bandage, they gave me these, what do you call them? The little Velcro stretchy thingies with, like, the Velcro strip. Oh my god, I can't talk. It's the fucking wrap thing that stretches, and there's like a little Velcro strip at the end to use to strap it together. But if I fucking stretch it out too much, it wants to, because my head is dome-shaped, it wants to, like, slide up, which pushes up all my hair, rubs on the stitching wrong. So I have to, like, set it kind of loose, but not so loose that it tries to fall. I had a really bad infection once, and the nurse asked me, how allergic are you to penicillin? I was between getting a rash or having to be admitted on an IV, so I opted for the penicillin. It has been a long time since I was exposed to it, but I'm pretty sure all it did was give me fairly bad rashes. I'm also allergic to something in cigarettes that is also used in rat poison. Not that I would consume rat poison, but if I'm around someone who's smoking, it makes my eyes start to puff up and get itchy. I think that was a dead end. As far as allergies go, being allergic to cigarettes isn't a bad allergy to have. Certainly means I'll never smoke in my life, and I'm never at risk of becoming a smoker. It also means that can't hang around smokers, and smokers, as a general rule, tend to think that if you don't want to be around them because they're smoking, you're looking down on them for smoking. Don't know why they'd possibly think that. Oh, a Pidgey. Like, I don't care if other people smoke, I just can't, you know, be around people who smoke. Smoking isn't good for you, of course. Oh my god, Sand Attack, and I was gonna use fucking Rock Throw, which doesn't have great accuracy to begin with. Essentially, anything under 100% accuracy in a Pokemon game might as well be 50-fucking-50. I'm getting a phone call. From my father. Hello? In my room, streaming. It's okay. Probably. Okay. Okay. I don't know if the microphone picked up my dad. It certainly was making my little model act up. Hold on, let me take care of the thing he asked me to do real quick. It's a pretty urgent matter, so... Wait, hold on, I need to get him to clarify one thing. While I'm waiting for him to answer. Oh, cool, we got a Rock Throw off, but will it KO? Yes, it will. Okay, he clarified. Yeah, it's funny. When you play Pokemon, you learn that anything with less than 100% accuracy might as well be 50-50. Anything with less than 70% accuracy might as well have 0. Which is not really how statistics works, but when you play Pokemon games, that's how it feels. Alright, what you got next? Ooh, the boulder's level 20 now. Rattata. Let's bring out Punk for that. Mocha, what you sniffing? Hmm? What you sniffing? Your eyes are looking in two different directions, Mocha. Oh my god. I don't think I've played a mainline Pokemon game since '97. That's pretty long. That would've been what? Gen 2? Maybe Gen 3? I think more likely Gen 2, though. I played both Snap games, but I only ever played Blue. Ah, okay, so Gen 1. You just played it fairly late. Ah. Yeah, I was gonna say, that probably is too early for Gen 3, but yeah. This is Red, so it's essentially the same game as Blue. I'm gonna be playing through all the mainline games. Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green. Played it when it came out. But I played it for a while. Gold released in '99. Okay, thank you. That does help, actually. Like, I remember in '97, I was already, like, all over Pokemon. So, years can be iffy. They all kind of smash together after a while. Let's see if we can get some more experience for Bakugo. Not going to be a permanent member of the team, but if we can evolve him, we might learn Psychic or something, which would be very useful to have before we take on Team Rocket. I don't remember '97. I don't remember. Basically, every year before I turned 10, just like stitches around each other, you know? Like, any of those years could have been any of the other years. Anything that happened to me could have happened at any fucking year in the fucking period of time that I existed before I was 10. Like, I can remember stuff that happened, but was I 5? Was I 6? 7? 8? Who fucking knows? I would have been 12. I wasn't alive for most of '97. That's right, you are a child. Fresh-faced baby Raven up in here. I'm so old. Let's see. In '97, I would have been 4. Mocha, what are you sniffing? What you sniffing, huh? Child who owns a house, though. It's true. I don't own a house. I live in a house that my parents own, so... Which is only one step less embarrassing than living with your parents. I do live with my younger brother and my sister, so... And I can't afford to live by myself. Nothing makes you feel less like an old person than being financially not well off. Being unable to support yourself financially. It's like, oh man, I do not feel like an adult. Or at least not a successful adult. I came this far for Pokemon! I enjoy not owning houses. I don't have an asset, but I don't need to deal with all the hassles of home ownership. I used to have a home, but it burned down. Shitty electrical fires. Then I lived in a camper for a bit, and I lived with my older brother and his wife and kids for about half a year. Then I moved into this house, which my parents own, with my younger siblings. Adulting is hard. 2 out of 5. I didn't even see what this lady was switching out into. Oddish, then I really should not have picked the boulder. Glad you made it out safe. More I can say for a lot of my shit, though. Including pets. There's a lot of shit I lost in that fire. But that was a long time ago at this point. Been almost 10 years. Like, I think it's been 8 years, actually. But that's almost 10. You can round it up to 10. I do occasionally think about some of the stuff I lost. Most of the stuff was just, you know, stuff. But there were some irreplaceable things in there. Like, my dad and I made a shield for one of my high school projects, and it was hanging up on my wall. And, can't get another one of those, because we made it by hand. I had a bear, a stuffed bear that I'd had since I was really young. I called him Roosevelt because, you know, Teddy Roosevelt, and he was a teddy bear. I don't even fucking remember where I got it. Probably never getting another one of those again. Even if I did, it would not be the same one. Obviously, I had animals. Lost my childhood home to a bad flood, so I can relate. Lost all my childhood photos and videos, and all my stuff was trashed. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of pictures of me as a child left, to be perfectly honest. Certainly nothing from the ages of 10 to 13. Maybe 15. Anything before that, there might be some of it owned by my grandparents who live out in Oklahoma. Well, grandparent. Keep forgetting that that's a singular thing now. Ugh, down to one grandparent. Keep forgetting that. Within the span of 2 years, I lost 3 grandparents. Oh, I'm out of the cave at least. Thank goodness for small miracles. I just lost my aunt this year. That still hasn't fully hit me yet. I found a max ether. Could have used that in the cave when, I guess I had regular ethers. When Jazz Cabbage was out of moves. My grandmother had a few, and my dad had a video of my sister and I going to Disney when I was little. I have never been to Disney. Disney World, Disneyland, Disney whichever. Alright, I'm gonna swap to Bakugo and see if that lady leads with a grass type that is also a poison type. Rock Tunnel, so it doesn't say how far to whatever city. I'm feeling a bit faint from this tough hike. Yeah, I haven't even talked about that yet, but I did just recently lose an aunt. So I'm starting to hate Januaries, for the record. Because every time we lose a family member, it happens in fucking January. November on my end. Yeah, similar to when we lost my first grandparent, my paternal grandfather. That's out in Oklahoma, and it's too icy to go out and travel right now, so the actual services are going to be in the summer, so we'll be leaving in the summer to do that. And whenever that happens, obviously I won't be streaming. Self-destruct? No, I don't want to learn self-destruct. I hate explosion moves. You're probably, what, a hiker? Lost both my grandmothers, great-uncle, uncle, and a girlfriend in various Novembers. Oh, man, that does suck. Yeah, I can see how, after that, you consider November a fucking cursed month. Wonder if I could outspeed it. I can probably outspeed a Geodude. The question is, can I hit it hard enough to one-shot it? If I can, great. If not, Bakugo's probably dead. Well, I got a critical hit, so that helped. Ooh, Onyx. Interesting. I don't think we're gonna one-shot this one, even with a critical. Oh, but we didn't outspeed it, but it missed. Oh my god, it didn't kill us. Aha! Level 22! 4 more levels till it evolves. I'm gonna go grab a hot shower to help loosen the muscle in my back. Dropping a bit of a lurk. Thank you for stopping by, Aces. Please, have a good shower. Loosen up those back muscles. I appreciate you stopping in while you're not feeling good. Obviously, I'd want everyone to take care of themselves first and foremost. This mountain air is delicious. It's an Onyx. And I got this guy. He's gonna seismic toss your fucking rock snake. Graveler, huh? I don't think Bakugo can take a Graveler. But, if he can get a single confusion off... I'm tempted to try a Flash, but it's only like, what, 50-50 in this game? Alright, now let's see if we can quickly KO this bastard before he wakes up. Ooh, not bad damage. And it's confused. Flashed, sleep, confused. There's no chance it hits me. $544, decent experience. Don't know how much it needs for another level up. Probably could have taken that guy on with Bakugo. Maybe even should have if I want to really focus on getting him to evolving. Let's see. He needs 500. We would have gotten close to another level up if I'd used him for this whole fight. Are you a fucking trainer? I'm just gonna loop past you for a second and go here. There we go. Fuchsia, right? Or Lavender. I think it's Lavender. I always get the two mixed up. They're both shades of fucking purple. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. We heal your Pokemon back to perfect health. Sorry, Mocha. I know you were relaxed, but my leg was falling asleep. So I had to change which leg I had propped up for you. Alright, we're gonna save real quick now that we've made it to Lavender Town. Team Rocket will do anything for the sake of gold. Cubones wear skulls, right? People will pay a lot for one. For a skull or the Cubone itself? I saw Cubone's mother die trying to escape from Team Rocket. Brutal. Fucking brutal. Never gets quite that brutal again in Pokemon, honestly. Okay, yeah, you were a trainer. Hey kid, wanna see my Pokemon? Maybe not. Cubone! And a Slowpoke. Let's see if I can put it to sleep. Damn it. Didn't affect it. Does that mean it missed, or does Hypnosis, like, for whatever reason, not work on Psychic types? Okay, it just missed. It didn't do a lot with its confusion, but I didn't want to trade confusions back and forth until I had a distinct health advantage. And I knew that would be a lot easier if it was asleep for me to just sink a couple confusions onto. Wonder if I'd actually do more with a pound. What's Slowpoke's defense versus its special? Probably not really, but yeah, not really. Flash was disabled, so neither attack move. So I can keep hitting you. There we go, and there's level 23, so 3 more levels. I do have a rare candy, but I don't want to spend that on anything that's not going to be a permanent member of my team. And we'll probably keep Bakugo in for a while for dealing with those pesky Team Rocket poison types that they like to use. But we will swap it out eventually for something stronger. Moga, there is nothing in that bowl for you. In fact, there's just nothing in that bowl. Why are you constantly trying to get into my bowl? You have a bowl. Look, here, I'll grab it again for you. There you go. You hungry? Here's your food bowl. Hmm? No, you're just gonna turn your nose at me and like, what are you offering me this for? Maybe you don't want food, maybe you want water? Let me grab your water bowl. Empty, but let's just fill it up real quick. Oh, watch yourself. Again, probably an inconsiderate choice of words because you're, like, basically blind, but... There you go. Okay, she must have been thirsty. Maybe she just thinks that because the bowl is similar shape to her water bowl, that my bowl is her bowl. There you go. Okay, now, question becomes, do I have to immediately do Lavender Tower, or can I go to Celadon first? Because I'm pretty sure I can go through this route, take the tunnel to Celadon City, and then I'm pretty sure I can buy the drink or whatever that I need to get into Saffron. I'm a rambling, gambling dude. Oof, man, you're devouring this water. You must have been thirsty. Use a poison type. Ah, you're a dick. Oh, look at Growlithe. Oh, it's just basically a dog. That's like just straight up a dog. You need Silph Scope for the game corner before the tower? Okay, okay. So I have to go to Celadon first. And since I have to go to Celadon first, that means that my arm is getting tired from holding this bowl up for you. That's not what that means in retrospect of what I was saying, but... Look at Vulpix! Are you almost done? Man, you straight up devoured all the water, huh? Are you that thirsty? I'm not like fucking dehydrating you, you know. I've given you water already today. Missed the big score. Anyway, what was I saying? Since I have to go to Celadon first, that means I can get the thing to go to Saffron. And that means I can probably at least pick up a few powerful TMs and maybe some pretty strong Pokemon. Erica has 2 level 29 Pokemon and 1 level 24 Pokemon. I mean, I could probably take her right now, then. Do I have to fight Erica before I can do the Team Rocket hideout, though? That is an important question to be asking. I should definitely get my Fearow out. Probably send the Boulder back in. Don't think I'm gonna need him. I only had him to use Rock Throw against Zubats. Deposit the Boulder. Okay, what you pawing at me for, Mocha? Hmm? You need something? Nope, you can do them in whatever order. You can skip her and go to Koga. So if you get the Silph Scope, you go to the tower, and then you save the guy. He gives you the Poke Flute to wake up Snorlax. So yeah, I guess you could skip her until you do Koga. And then Koga is where the Safari Zone is. There's a lot of Pokemon I want to use that are in the Safari Zone. Not necessarily just in this party, but like throughout all of my Gen 1 playthroughs that I have roughly mapped out. That's also where you get Surf. And a good fishing pole. Well, the best fishing pole. I guess technically the good fishing pole is, like, what, down this way? But is it blocked by Snorlax before I get to the guy who gives it to you? There's a lookout spot upstairs, and I'm pretty sure there's another Professor Oak research assistant upstairs. My Pokemon's ashes are stored in Pokemon Tower. You can have this TM, I don't need it anymore. Well, I got a TM. It's not— Ow! Mocha! That is my skin you are scratching! You are free to paw at my jacket as much as you want, but do not paw at my skin. If you need to settle down, then settle down. I'm not gonna fucking curl up for you. Alright, what is this one? Swift! Swift is a decent move for anything that fucking throws its accuracy like sky high. Grand Sergeant! Number 1 Sergeant of all of Sergeants! How you doing today? Hi, Gran. I'm playing Pokemon. How are you? Tired? Alright, I should figure out if Snorlax is blocking me from the good rod or not. Like, in theory, you can do this Snorlax and then get the good rod, but like, who in their right mind wouldn't do the other one to go get the super rod first? Yeah, I got a bite here! Pretty sure this guy has what, like, all Magikarp? Goldeen. Yeah, not much better. I get that. I've been working and recovering from surgery, so... There we go. Just don't know how much confusion's gonna hit for. Ah, Supersonic. What are you, like, fucking Sega? Huh? Damn it. So I've been super tired. I took a nap the other day, intending for it to just be like, I don't know, half an hour. I ended up sleeping for 8 hours. It's like, oh, this is not going to help later when I actually have to go to sleep. Better swap out. Jeez. Didn't think a Goldeen would give me so much trouble, but fucking Supersonic apparently is... And like, I took some time off after my surgery from work, but I am working again. Mostly because I have to. I can't afford not to. Had a competition today. The other school competing, I'm in the same area, brought 2 teams. And the other teams was the other school 1, my school, other school 2. My team fully believes they cheated because they had plenty of time to tell their second team what was going on / what to expect. Oh, what kind of competition? No, that was a critical hit. I was hoping everyone would be that powerful. So yours was placed in the middle because it allowed the first team to tell the second team what you guys were doing. That does sound very strategically advantageous. Yeah, you're not gonna survive that. Sorry, homie. I was kind of hoping he was the dude who only had Magikarp so I could, like, thrash him with Bakugo. Even though I don't think Magikarps would have given a lot of experience. Probably more than I got out of him for that. Maybe if I'd kept swapping in Bakugo, I would have gotten more, but... I do like how, even though this is supposed to be like the black and white version, because I'm playing on an I wasn't about to say emulator. Who was about to say emulator? Not me. I'm playing on a real Game Boy that just happens to have color on it, so it's playing the game in color. And it's swapping the colors to the towns to fit their names. Or I guess technically the typing of the town's gym leader, if it had one. This one's, the color is fitting for the name because it doesn't have a gym leader. But Vermilion City, that was yellow because its gym leader is an electric type user. But Vermilion is a shade of red, and it was not red. I got Bakugo in front? I do. Do me a favor, have some poison types on you. What's a cute, round, and fluffy Pokemon? I don't know. Jigglypuff? Clefairy, Mareep, doesn't exist yet in this game though. Skills USA, I was competing in tactical response. Oh, that thing popped up and shoved you way up there. In tactical response, there's basically SWAT, and my school only missed a gun on a person because the member interviewing the suspects didn't know how to Terry frisk, pat down, but missed a gun and some money which was in his jacket that we didn't know was in play. Aww. That must have been disappointing. Clefairy, I was right. I mean, I think I said Jigglypuff first, but I did say Clefairy. Other school. Other school 2 let the armed robber run away. No clue how they won. That does sound confusing. I don't know. Like, even on a point system, that should have been a pretty decent penalty. Wake up, Bakugo! Like, I can't out and out say it was definitely rigged, but that does sound suspicious. Wake up, Bakugo! Right, we can only afford another double slap if she only hits you twice. Wake up, 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 wake up! Wake up, you stupid bastard! Thank you! Thank you for not waking up. Trying to fucking get you to evolve. Fucking dork. And not the good kind, like the artist that I know who did a lot of my emotes. No, I'm not gonna change my fucking Pokemon. I need Mr. J to get a little higher in level. Because he's only at 20 because I didn't use him for the entirety of that Dark Cave. Which again is Rock Tunnel and Dark Cave is in Gen 2. Yeah, but we can only practice better for State on the 19th through 21st. Well, fingers crossed for you. I don't even remember. Because, like, both my younger brother and my sister were in the junior ROTC program. But I don't even remember how well their teams did. Like, that was almost a decade ago. So, I am too. I remember. You mentioned that in one of Flex's streams. And then I said that my sister was in it. What I didn't say at the time was that my younger brother was also in junior ROTC. I don't remember much about how they did, but I do remember their commanding officer. It's probably not the right word, like their teacher in the junior ROTC program. I came to pray for my Clefairy. Sniff, I can't stop crying. Did you come to pay respects? Bless you. Right, you need the Silscope before you can see the ghost types. That's what it is. My Growlithe, why did you die? I am a channeler. There are spirits up to mischief. Okay, there might be a battle with the rival up there, though, and I am not currently prepared to deal with that. Lavender Town, the noble purple town. And what the fuck is fuchsia? Because that's also a fucking shade of purple. That's odd. Mr. Fuji isn't here. Where'd he go? Is that a Pokemon or a doll? Not saying anything. Nidorino. Okay. Gow! Pokemon Monthly Grand Prize Drawing. The application form is gone. It's been clipped out. Fine! Oh, thank you so much for the sub. I don't know why my alerts aren't playing today. That's weird, and I am very annoyed at it because you are not the first person to sub today that the alert just didn't play for, but thank you so much for subbing! How are you doing today? This is really Mr. Fuji's house. He's really kind. He looks after abandoned and orphan Pokemon. Guapa! Psyduck. Is it saying Guapa because it's based on a Kappa? The town map. Is it? It's not pink. It's fuchsia. Hey, Mav, apologies for dropping a lurk. I just woke up and I'm running late to work. I hope your stream goes well, my friend. Oh, thank you so much for dropping a lurk and dropping a sub, Ein. Feel free to lurk as much as you like. I hope you have a good day at work. Ginter! Ginter! And I hope you have a much better rest after work. I hate those horrible rockets. That poor Cubone's mother was killed trying to escape from Team Rocket. Is it this Cubone's mother? It just say Cubone, like there aren't 1 million Cubones in the Pokemon world. Hello, hello, I am the official name rater. Want me to rate the nicknames of your Pokemon? Yes! Which Pokemon should I look at? We need to change Jay's name because I don't remember what I was gonna name this Pokemon, but I would like a joke, good sir. Okay, give me 1 second. I've been doing Pokemon jokes today, so let me go find a good one. Normally I do dad jokes because I got a list of dad jokes on my desktop, but I thought, you know what? Let's try some Pokemon jokes, so I gotta look that up on my phone. Alright, okay, let me find a good one. A lot of these are Pikachu puns. Which isn't necessarily bad, but... Ugh. Excuse me. Okay, here's a good one. What college do Pokemon go to? Star U. Because there's a Pokemon named Staryu. The guy who invented Knock Knock jokes should have gotten the Nobel Prize. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Would you like me to give it a nicer name? Yes. Okay. Now, I do not remember what I was going to name the Sphero. But I was not going to name it just J. There. Jerk. It's a better name than before, yeah. Instead of just being a J, now it's a jerk. Ooh, Pokemart. Alright, hold on, let me check. Potions, 8, not bad. Antidotes, 4, that's okay. Ethers, 2, I should start using those, since apparently I have limited space. Pokeball, 6. Paralyze, heal, super potions. I've got 1 Great Ball. Max Potion, TM44, Max Ether, Rock Candy. Alright, let's see what I can buy here. Ooh, I can start buying Great Balls. Okay, good. Let's buy a couple of these. We'll buy 5, and the one I have will give me 6. So, 6 Great Balls. We'll buy 2 more Super Potions. And it would not hurt to have a couple revives. Oh, can't carry more items! Yay! Limited space achieved! Let me go to the fucking Pokemon Center and do that then. Why don't I? Okay, hold on. What all TMs do I have? That one was Swift. I just checked it because we just got it. Teleport. Alright, if I want to use Teleport, I can just pull out the fucking the Abra. Is it already a Kadabra? I think I've evolved into a Kadabra at this point. I don't remember what I named it. So I'm just gonna sell Teleport. $500. Not a lot, but more use than I get out of it in any other capacity. Okay, let's check these other TMs. I either need to use them, or if I don't plan on using them, sell them. Thunderwave. I should use Thunderwave on something eventually. Dig. Dig's powerful. I'd like to have Dig on something besides my Doug Trio, if I can make that work. Rest. Rest is okay. Thunderbolt. Obviously, I'll teach that to something down the line, too. Sorry, had to deal with a suspected bot popping in. Thankfully, the automod caught it because it tried using a fucking thing that I've got banned from the chat. To try and be clever with all their remove the space bullshit. But like, no, I put remove the space as a banned word. Lavender Town has the best music. I always found it a little off-putting because, you know, it's essentially a Pokemon graveyard town. But I can understand why people like it. It just wasn't my favorite. It's great for setting a mood. Like, you instantly get the feel for this town because of the music. The chip tune probably doesn't help. I mean, it's fitting for the town. I absolutely agree with that. I think the chip tune doesn't help. It sounds a little distorted. Which, again, great for setting a mood. But for me, it's this music. The music you'll hear on most of your routes. Because this one actually sounds really good, even for a chiptune. And you just never get sick of hearing it. You need strategy to win at this. Is this another gambler, or... Nope, it's a nerd. Super nerd. Grimer, yes! Poison type. Man, I want to use a muck on one of my teams so bad. I just don't know when the best time to use a muck will be. Because I like muck. And it's got really good attack stats, too. Well, physical attack, not special attack. Speaking of muck... Oh, what's muck look like in this game? What's a hurricane's favorite game? I don't know. What is a hurricane's favorite game? Twister! That is what I thought. Shit, he fucking disabled my confusion. Just gotta wait for confusion not to be disabled no more. And now it isn't. But I was already using Flash that turn, so... I actually really like Muck. I know a lot of people will give Muck grief for just being a pile of slime that evolves into a bigger pile of slime. But like, Muck is a fun Pokemon to use. Now we have Headbutt, which in Gen 2 will allow us to hit the Headbutt trees. Level 24 on Bakugo, so we're getting close. We might be able to get Bakugo to evolve before the end of the stream if we can keep going on these poison types. I defeated the Super Nerd! It's not logical! You know what's not logical? Having 2 Grimers and a Muck as your only team members. Fucking... get some composition. You're a Super Nerd and you couldn't figure that out? You must look silly standing here like this. Alright, what you got, lady? Lass wants to fight. Sorry, lady was too old, apparently. It's time to kick some Lass. I'm gonna bully your bird with my bird, because my bird's a jerk. And your bird's a jerk, too, for doing that. Ah, come on, stop missing! Rattata! Bring Bakugo back in for the experience. Actually, he can probably solo this Rattata. Let's see how much he'll do with a Headbutt. I'm not expecting a lot, but okay, that was pretty good, actually. So I don't need to keep using... Oh god, Hyper Fang! Okay, it didn't do a lot. Sometimes I forget. There's like Hyper Fang and there's Super Fang, and one of them always halves your life, I think. Which can be devastating on a weak Pokemon that can still fucking do huge numbers to you, just because it's halving your life bar. When you play Pokemon Green, you should choose Bulbasaur and name it Vantai. I chose Bulbasaur on this one. I have a specific schedule. I have to choose the grass type first, then the water type, then the fire type. So, I already got my Bulbasaur. It's Jazz Cabbage. But it's a Venusaur at this point. But I do appreciate the nod to Vantai. Here, I'll switch to my Venusaur real quick so you can see. Weedosaur. Well, yeah. I'm gonna try and name all the starters for each game, because I'm gonna play blue. This is red. I'm gonna play red, then blue, then yellow. Because green and blue are like the same one. You know. But when I get to Leaf Green, I'll have to use a Bulbasaur again. Maybe I can name that one Vantai, but that won't be until Gen 3, which will probably be a while from now. And I want to try have all the starters to have like a theme to their names. So, theme number 1 is 420 theme. Theme for Gen 2 will probably be like, I don't know, anime character theme. Ooh, Pikachu. I'm gonna pull out my Punk for that. My Doug Trio. But, if I do catch a Pokemon and you want me to name it something, I'm happy to do so. I was considering making that a redeem, but I wasn't sure if it would actually get a lot of use. Plus, I might regret just letting anyone with enough points name one of my Pokemon. Next game you play you should name your starter MDMA for going off of drugs. Well, my next starter has to be Squirtle, so it has to be appropriate for a water-type Pokemon. Meowth is so cute. Meow, meow, meow. She's gonna be a crazy cat lady when she's older. Bong! That's sort of what I'm leaning, but that one feels a little too obvious. Yay, payday! That means I'll get money. Of course, this is a trainer battle, so I'd already get money, but I'll get a little extra money. Ooh, good thing this is in Gen 2. Never mind. I was about to say that'd be a dark type and it'd kill my Bakugo, but it did kill my Bakugo, so what am I talking about? Yeah, my starters will have like a theme going on for each game. Aside from that, names are essentially free market territory. But I do worry that if I just like name that Pokemon like a redeem and just made it like, I don't know, 300 points, some schmuck could come in, follow for the free 300 points you get, and tell me to name it something super offensive. And then I have to either not do it, obviously, which I probably wouldn't. You're going to have to repeat what you said because the past 2 minutes because I got hit with ads. Aw, sorry. I don't remember. I've already forgotten what I've said in the past 2 minutes. Right, I was saying how I was glad that the Meowth was using Bite and that it wasn't Gen 2 because it would be a Dark-type move and it would kill Bakugo. but it did, because it got a critical hit, so it killed him anyway. And I was just talking like, I considered making Name That Pokemon a Redeem, and obviously I want to have, like, themes going on for the starters, but for any other Pokemon I catch, it's free range for whatever names come up. But I didn't want some, like, no-name schmuck who's never been here before pop in, follow for like 300 points, then use those points to immediately tell me to name a Pokemon I catch something incredibly offensive. So, I'll take suggestions if anyone wants to give suggestions when I catch a Pokemon. Aside from that, that's... Oh, look at coughing! It's like leaning its forehead really hard. Oh, so it's got the skull and crossbone on its forehead, not its lower part of its body in this version, huh? Coughing is one of a handful of Pokemon that can learn Flamethrower, or at least Weezing can. Bugatti for a Slowpoke. That would absolutely... I forgot what gen they're from. This one, Gen 1. But I think Slowpoke might be a version exclusive, and I don't remember if I can catch it in red or blue. Hold on, I'll check that real quick. I'm pretty sure it's a version exclusive with Starmie and Staryu. Like, one game you can get Slowpoke, and the other one you can get Staryu. Let me check real quick. But Slowpoke is a Gen 1 Pokemon, which this is the Gen 1 game, so... I can, in theory at least, catch a Slowpoke. Thank you for that. Yeah, it doesn't say exclusive, so yeah, I could probably catch a Slowpoke. So if I catch a Slowpoke, I'll name it Bugatti for you. I like Nidorans, so I collect them. Well, thankfully, I have a Pokemon that's super effective against your Nidorans. Excuse me. Yeah. Back before all Pokemon had genders, the two different versions of Nidorans' gimmick was that they were gendered, and thus had different evolution lines. In the next set of games, or at least in Yellow, I think, they'll add genders. And that gimmick won't mean as much. Nidorina! Who eventually evolves into Nidoqueen. I've got a Nidoking on me. Oh my god, I've missed twice? Bakugo, come on, man! It's not like you got hit with Sand Attack. If you ever use a Farfetch, you should name it Ducks. That's the only fucking Farfetch you have in the game, Raven! It's the only one! You wouldn't even have an option to name it anything else. Unless you're saying if I can catch one in another game and name it Ducks. But, like, honestly, I'm going to do my absolute best to never have to use a fucking Farfetch'd. It's just not a particularly good Pokemon. I would use it if only if I had literally no good options left. And in this first set of games, flying types can be stretched pretty thin, but I should have just enough choices available that I shouldn't have to use a Farfetch'd. Fucking spoiled for choice on water types, but in the first couple of games you get pretty tight on flyers. That's the joke. Well, it wasn't funny. Get your Farfetch'd each game and name it Ducks, whatever game you're on. Oh, Ducks 1. This is the first one, so. Gambler? Alright, let's roll the dice. Yep. I was born to be a gambling man. Poliwag. I was hoping he would use a poison type. No, it's a shame it's not fully evolved and thus a fighting type that's weak to psychic. Well, it outsped me and put me to sleep, so better just to swap out for Venusaur at this point. Can't catch any Farfetch'd in the wild in any game Mav is playing, methinks. I'm pretty sure you can catch a Farfetch'd in some of them. Hold on, let me check. Oh, that was a critical hit? You did 3 damage! Alright, Farfetch'd locations. You can get one in Gen 1 in Vermilion City, but that's a trade. Okay, you can catch one in yellow, apparently, in routes 12 and 13. You can catch one in Gen 2, routes 38 and 39. Apparently you can catch one in Route 43 in Crystal. You cannot catch one in Ruby and Sapphire. Fire Red and Leaf Green, you have to do the trade. Not in Emerald. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, Route 221. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, 38, 39, 47, and 48. Black and White, Route 1, but that's post-game. By post-game, I'd already have my team established. Black and White 2, trade from another game. So in theory, since I'd be doing a bit of the post-game anyway, I could go catch a Farfetch'd in Black and White, breed it to make like a level 1/1, then trade it to Black and White 2 to use one in Black 2 and White 2. If I wanted to, which I don't. What route are you on? That is a good question. I'll have to check the map. Poliwag again. I'll swap out for Bakugo to get him some experience. It's level 26, so if he gets enough experience to level up again, he'll evolve it to this fight. I was just gonna see if he wakes up. Nope. Farfetch'd is everywhere. I'll check to see what route I'm on after this battle is over, because I'll have to check the map. You're not moving in like a straight fucking line, so... Critical hit! Did basically fuck all. Ooh, Poliwhirl. Oh, I love Poliwhirl. I love Poliwhirl so much that I hate that it evolves into Poliwrath. I fucking love Poliwhirl's design. And it's adorable, and it's cute. And when Pokemon was, like, first out, Poliwhirl was everywhere. It was, like, one of the main ones they would use on stuff. Cereal boxes, toys, all that shit. Guess I'm using Farfetch'd in quite a few games. Hey, if you're doing Project Pokémon with me, you've got a cap of 3 uses of Farfetch'd. Poliwrath is unneeded in my opinion. I'd like Politoed better, but I love Poliwhirl. Like, if they'd made Poliwrath look more like a just slightly bigger Poliwhirl that wasn't so buff or whatever, because it's a fighting type, right? But, like, I love Poliwhirl, and I don't like Poliwrath. I'm on guard duty. Gee, I'm thirsty, though. Oh, wait, there. The road's closed. Yeah, we can't get the saffron yet. But that should be the tunnel, I think? Underground path, Celadon City, Lavender Town. Yes, that one. Weird that it's like a building. You a fight? How much experience do you need to level up? 7. Route number. I'm gonna check. Town map. Route 8. Hold on. I'll go ahead and look what Pokemon I can catch here. Although, to get to that grass, I need to go get one of my cutters. And by one of my cutters, I mean the only thing I've taught cut to so far, which is probably Beedrill. 2 more route till Slowpoke. Yeah, but Slowpoke's also probably something you can only catch with a fishing rod. Let's see here. Can I just... Route 1, Route 2, Route 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. So technically I already passed by 10, but I'll need a fishing pole before I can catch a Slowpoke there, most likely. And you don't get a Slowpoke until you get down to right around here or right around here. It also appears in Safari Zone. True. Still probably need a fishing rod first, and this is the most likely the first fishing rod... Well, the first fishing rod I'll get that'll actually catch a Slowpoke, because I think I have the old rod, but it only catches Magikarp. So, at least have to wait until I get to Fuchsia. But I will remember, when I catch a Slowpoke, to name it Bugatti. But yeah, I should check what I catch here at Route 8. Just so I know. Because there are some Pokemon I want to use, but I don't remember where to catch all of them. Route 8 Kanto. Let's see here. Dix! No, I don't catch Dix. But thank you, Vash. Generation 7. No, let's go to Generation 1! Okay. Pidgey, Meowth, but that's only in blue. Mankey, and that's in red, which is the one I'm playing, so I can catch a Mankey here. Ekans in red, Sandshrew in blue. Who farted? Growlithe. I can catch Growlithe in red, and Vulpix in blue, so I can catch a fire type here if I wanted. But, like I've been saying, there's really not enough for fire types to do to justify using one. I'll use a Charizard later because I have to, but... Also, it's yellow when I plan on using Charizard, at least can learn Fly then. But apparently it doesn't have the ability to learn Fly in red or blue. Despite being a flying type, it cannot learn Fly. But it can learn Fly in yellow, so... It'll be my flyer in... No, it won't be my flyer in Dix. It'll be my flyer in yellow. Alright. Now, let's go fight that last trainer, which should get Bakugo all the experience he needs to level up to 26, which should evolve his ass. And then he'll be very useful against all the Team Rocket schlubs we'll have to fight. Well, who use all those fucking poison types. You look good at Pokemon, but how's your chem? Thank you, Vashkev, for helping me find the free sound alerts. You bet. I hope you enjoy them. I put plenty of them on there for free because they didn't allow me to have enough options for points. And I didn't want to charge bits for things that I think should just be like standard for basically any stream. Yeah, 6 or 7 of them. Well, I mean, not all of them are free, but there are plenty of free ones on there. It shouldn't have Levitate in this generation yet, right? So it should still be weak to ground. No! No! Raven, no! 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 It's the best free way to scare Mav during spooky streams, by the way. Yes, I'll be playing a spooky stream for my birthday this year. Well, technically the day before my birthday, but we try and keep a scare counter of how many times the game or chat scares me. And that is Vash's favorite way, is to just pop the dicks out of nowhere. I know this isn't a good option, but Voltorb can't learn any fucking electric type moves. That's why I didn't bother catching. Well, I mean, I did catch one, but I checked its moveset and it doesn't learn any electric moves naturally. So, should be safe fighting it with Jerk. All it should have is like what? Sonic Boom and maybe self-destruct. Shit. Jerk chicken. Technically, it's supposed to be a crow, but it does look like a chicken head, doesn't it? Alright, you're not a steel type, so this should hit you just fine. But you probably have an electric type move. Oh, and it only used tackle, so maybe it doesn't have an electric type move at this level. I've got one... My Pidgey that I caught is Beach Bully, and now my Fearow is Jerk. I should just give all my flying-type Pokemon insulting nicknames to reference how mean they are. I knew it wasn't a chicken, but I'm hungry, and a bird named Jerk. Well, its head does look very chicken-like, aside from the extra-long beak. Like, if I catch a Doduo, I should name it, like, dummy. You should play a game where chat audio can be heard by the monster in the game. What an interesting thought process that I'm absolutely not going to do. You guys would fucking get me murdered every 5 seconds. You know I'm right. I heard a sleepy Pokemon appeared near Celadon City. Yeah, well, we should be at Celadon City. And now we are on Route 7. I believe we can also catch Growlithe here. Growlithe and Mankey. In that little patch of grass. Probably accurate. Here we are, Celadon City. Green because grass type, and also Celadon is a shade of green. Though I think it's like a green, like jade kind of color, so it's more of a rock than a grass, but whatever. There's a food truck that goes to my local Walmart called Four Brothers Jerk, and I'm going to believe they sell jerk chicken and beef. Oh god. That is a great name. Okay, so we're in Celadon! Celadon Mansion. Okay, that's where we can get Eevee. BRB real quick. No problem. I'm just gonna find Celadon department store, probably this one. Go to the top floor, get me a drink to give those assholes to get the saffron. We're gonna sequence break a little bit here. Now, once you get to Celadon, the game opens up a little bit more. Okay, so if she only gives you one, I should make sure I have the right one. Ice Beam is obviously the one I would want. I saved it before I... Oh, there's no more room for stuff! No! Which means I don't have space for her to even give me anything. Do they have the elevator in Gen 1? Fucking hope so. It gives you one of each. I thought you said she only gives me one! Like, I thought I had to choose which one I get. That's what you said earlier. So which is it? Do I get all three but one time each? Or do I only get one of them? Because you made it sound like I only get one of them. Yeah, one Ice Beam. Okay, I can live with that, but can I also get the other two then? Because you made it sound like if I get Ice Beam, I can't get Tri Attack and Rock Slide or whatever it was. Like, most TMs you get one of. Okay, cool. So if I can still get the other two, then there's no reason for me to not get all three. Alright, deposit item. Should really use my bicycle more often than I have been. I put Rock Slide on my Doug Trio. That's what I was gonna do! That's exactly what I was gonna do, and I was like, damn, I want Ice Beam and Rock Slide, because I wanted to put Rock Slide on Doug Trio, but now I'm gonna have to choose between it and Ice Beam, and I'd rather have Ice Beam, but now I can have both! You lied to me! Let's put away these ethers. I'd probably sell them. I never use the ether items, like, ever. Probably get more use out of them if I sold them. Although, I should have used one in the fucking cave when, excuse me. When Jazz Cabbage ran out of attack moves. Whisper is far too interested in my sandwich. What kind of sandwich is it? Whisper! It's funny because I gave you like that, what was it? I told you it's Whisper, which is short for Walter Harris Ignacio Sally Percival Eduardo Ramon Jr. So every time I think of your cat, I think, Whisper! Let yourself for 0, don't know about ethers? Jeez! That's not good. That sucks! I mean, at least elixirs heal a Pokemon. So I guess that one has a use, but like the ether items, I suppose. Okay, I'm gonna not buy anything else yet, because I want to leave myself space. You're not the one I give it to. Is it? Are you? I'm thirsty. Okay, cool. It's her. It's her. Take the fresh water. Fresh water, thank you. You can have this from me. 13. Ice Beam. It can freeze the target. Cool. You get the best one by giving her the cheapest drink. Elixirs give PP to all moves. True, but they also heal, which is the main reason I would use one. Because I never use the PP restoring items. Why would you when you can fucking go to a Pokemon Center? But then again, I've never had to deal with the fact that I have very limited space. So. Excuse me. Yay! Soda Pop, thank you! You can have this from me. 48. Rock Slide. I should go ahead and teach that to my Doug Trio. They don't heal? They don't? I'm pretty sure they heal HP and PP. I guess I could be mistaken. I just might be thinking, like, Elixir, because Final Fantasy, it heals HP and MP. So I'm thinking it'll do the same in Pokemon, but it doesn't. Yeah, I was saying I wanted Rock Slide on my Doug Trio. All the benefit of a Rock-type move without the downside of being a Rock-type. We'll get rid of Growl. Alright. Now I can go buy the last one and get the last TM. Which is Tri Attack, if my math is correct. Might throw that on something. It has a chance of burning, paralyzing, or freezing. Unless that doesn't work in the first gen. Tri Attack. If if I catch a Doduo, I want it to be my main flyer for this first run. And when it evolves into Dodrio, I'm pretty sure it can learn Tri-Attack. And Tri-Attack, I'm fairly certain, is normal. So it should get normal stab and have a chance for, you know, burn, paralysis, or freezing. I got lemonade! Yay! So did I, but I gave it to a little girl. You can identify Pokemon you got in trades by their ID numbers. I need to go get another drink, though. I almost forgot about that. Gotta get one for those parched guys blocking my road from Saffron. I'm pretty sure you can get the Psychic TM from Saffron. Doesn't matter what drink I give them. Pretty sure I only need to give them a drink. So I'm just going to buy them the cheapest one. That way I don't have to keep going through underground tunnels to get between the cities. Look at that old guy. Alright, there's the game corner, if I remember correctly. Well, I made a lot of progress today. I just beat Sabrina. 5 gym badges for me. Well, I had to take a break for 1 week because I was recovering from surgery. But thank you, Raven, for shoving it in my face that you're so far ahead of me. Oh boy, I'm parched. Huh? I can have this drink? Gee, thanks. Glug, 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 gulp. If you want to go to Saffron City, you can go on through. I'll share this with the other guards. See? You don't have to buy them multiple drinks. Saffron, which is a kind of yellow. Not really the psychic type color, but... I mean, Sabrina's Ace are... Kadabra and Alakazam in them, and they are yellow, so that makes sense at least. You only play when you're streaming. Have you seen the $650 Pokemon Lego set they're releasing in March? Yes, I have. I've seen multiple ads for it, and like... There's the part of me that, like, really wants it, and then there's a part of me that's like, I can't possibly fucking afford that. If I had that much money, I'd put it towards getting a computer. I mean, if I had that much money to spare, obviously. If I didn't have it to spare, I'd say it for fucking bills and shit. You wanted this! TM29! I believe that is psychic. Yes! Okay. I'm not teaching it to Bakugo. I'm saving it for a later Pokemon. Credit card, question mark? Terrible credit, exclamation point. I'm a security guard. Suspicious kids I don't allow in. Did you see the Lego brick Crocs? Well, better than regular Crocs. Oh yeah, Team Rock is all over the place, aren't they? They probably will be until I beat them in their hideout. But at least I was able to get Psychic. Pretty much the only thing I probably can do. Ooh, there's the fighting type gym, right? Fighting Dojo. I can get Hitmonchan and or Hitmonlee. Get out of the way! I have. Who's paying 150 for them? What can we buy here? Hyper potions. Interesting. But see, now I can easily go back and forth between these places without having to go through those underground tunnels. See? Just gotta cut through Saffron. At least I was able to get Psychic, which was the only thing I really wanted out of Saffron City right now. They're literally just red Legos, but shoes. Like, why? I couldn't tell you why. I think Crocs are a stupid idea, and anyone who's ever stepped on a Lego knows you never want them anywhere remotely close to your feet. Right, okay, I think there's an entrance in the back of the mansion. That's where you have to go to get Eevee, if I'm remembering correctly. Probably gonna have to clear some inventory space again. I'm actually planning on using Ice Beam and Psychic on the same Pokemon once I catch it. It's a fairly late game Pokemon, but the ability to have both Ice Beam and Psychic will make it a very useful Pokemon. And by me saying Ice Beam and Psychic, you may have already put together what Pokemon it is. Imagine the damage of kicking someone with actual Lego shoes. To you or them. I have Crocs' shower shoes / beach shoes / pool shoes, nothing else. Then you have Crocs for too many reasons. Sorry, I'm just very merciless against Crocs. I fucking hate Crocs, man. Both. Alright, I'm gonna stash this rare candy for now. What items do I have in here? Moonstones, Dome Fossil, TM11, SS Ticket, Ether, Max Ether. Okay, I don't have too much stuff in here yet. I can keep positing a few things. Gotta start using some of these potions, though. Do I take a guess at which Pokemon it is? You can if you want to, but like, I feel like having Psychic and Ice Beam on it makes it kind of obvious. How many Pokemon in Gen 1 can learn both, do you think? I don't like the grip texture they have. It bothers me. 6 or 7... Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Gran. Oh, how many Pokemon? Oh, it's an actual get. No, you know what you're doing, and I know what you're doing. Shut the fuck up. Fucking hate that just saying these two numbers together. Gen Z, I can't help it. Hey, what? You're throwing me off. Here's some coins. Shoo. Oops, forgot the coin case. I don't have a coin case. Alright. Will that guy there give me a coin case? Moan, I blew it all at the slots. I knew I should have cashed in my coins for prizes. Nope. Someone's gonna... I know someone around here gives you a fucking coin case. Psst, there's a basement under the game corner. Munch. The man at the table lost it all at the slots. Hi! We're taking a break now. You're fucking serving people right now! Go ahead, laugh. I'm flat out busted. No more slots for me. I'm going straight. Here, I won't be needing any of this anymore. Okay, there's my coin case. 67. I mean... Of all 1,000, there's probably more than 67 that can learn both Ice Beam and Psychic. But in Gen 1, there can't be more than... not even a handful. And I think only one obvious one sticks out. Hey, what? You're throwing me off. Here are some coins. Shoo. Yay, 20 coins. Now let's go see what we can buy. Excuse me. Dratini, Scyther, Porygon. God, I love Scyther. Porygon, though, man. Dratini is the one I would actually want, because Scyther evolved in my favorite Pokemon, Scizor. BRB, gonna go pop in Dandy Stream for a minute. Hello, everyone. Hi, Dork. How does the run go? It goes good. We're at Celadon City, where the Fort Gym is. And I was definitely not talking about you earlier. Definitely didn't mention needing to tell you something important I've decided to do for my birthday. Abra, Clefairy, Nidorina. Definitely did not say that for my birthday I was going to go back and start Corpse Party up from the beginning and play through the entire game until I get the good ending this time. I definitely wasn't saying that, and I definitely didn't say I need to tell Dork about it, because the only person more excited than Vash about it would probably be Dork. What? Why would you do that? Because I have unfinished business with that fucking game. I have to get the good ending. Better buy the Dratini. I'd need a lot more coins for that. And I may be misremembering, but I think as long as Rocket is still in the base, the games are rigged. Oh, shit, man. I don't know what these are. Why don't you have them listed? Right, fuck this. I'm looking up what all these TMs are just in case I need one. Right. EM Gen 1. EMs in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Okay. 1. Mega Punch. 5. Mega Kick. Do you need my help plus a step-by-step guide? We'll see. It wasn't that long ago that I played it. The games are always rigged. Alright, next was 7. 7 is Horn Drill. Okay, that's the one you spent too much on. 9. 9 is Takedown. Takedown's a pretty good move. I mean, it's inherently inferior to Double Edge, which is apparently 10. But I don't see 10 on here, so... We'll see. It'll probably actually be like the day before my birthday. I'm planning on starting a stream really early, starting from the beginning, playing the entire game through, every chapter, and getting a good ending this time. I have to do it. I have to get a good ending in Corpse Party. I will not let that game defeat me. Alright, so after 9, the next highest is 17. Submission! If I want a decent fighting type move, that's probably the best I'm gonna get. 80 base power, 80 accuracy. Anything with less than 90 is essentially 50-50. You get TM10 in the Rocket Hideout here. Perfect! Then I do not need to buy Takedown. Double Edge has more power, better accuracy, and both of them do recoil damage anyway, so might as well go for the stronger one. Alright, so 32, 33, 37, 32. Thank you for that, Raven. 32 is Double Team. That could be very useful. 33 is Reflect. Also could be useful. And 37, is it... Egg Bomb? I was gonna say, is it like, the special version of Reflect? But no. Egg Bomb? Fucking Egg Bomb? How many Pokemon can learn Egg Bomb? Chansey, Execute? That's it. That's all I can think of. Chansey and Executor. Not even Execute. Oh, this is learned by level up. And Mew. So yeah, 3 Pokemon. 3 Pokemon in the entire game can learn this fucking move. Why is it on here? Alright, I'm not gonna buy any of these yet. But at least Double Team might be one I might put on something. It was Mega Punch and Mega Kick. Their accuracy is too low for them to be useful. Submission might also be good for something. If I want some kind of fighting type coverage. Although, really the only thing fighting types are useful against in this generation is normal types. Let me see. Check out Submission's learn list. Can't wait to use bad Pokemon in every game. Gonna use a Shuckle as my ace in Gen 2 for one of the games. Hey, Gen 2 stall teams are really effective, which means Shuckle is actually a really good Pokemon in Gen 2. Because its defenses are fucking phenomenal. That bitch can Toxic Stall like a motherfucker. Yeah. Alright, this is just your basic items. Alright, I was checking submission. I got distracted by your message, and I forgot what I was doing. Learn by level up, learn upon evolution, learn by... Oh, it doesn't actually say learn by TM. I was going to say submission should have more than that, right? I'm going to have to find a different wiki, because this one's only showing, like, level ups and breedings. Alright, first let's try Egg Bomb again. And see if there's anything else that can learn it in Gen 1 that it just didn't say. Nope, still just those ones. Execute, Executor, Chansey, and Mew. That's it. Submission. My submission is to get a sandwich. It's my submission. Def can use a skitty in Gen 3. Hey, you want to, you be my guest. I might get stretched thin towards the end, and I'll have to use some less than stellar Pokemon, but I'm going to try and avoid that as long as I can. Learn set, level up, breeding, TM, okay. And it's only a TM in Gen 1, so I don't have to bother looking at the list and like, okay, does it learn in Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4? Okay, a decent number of Pokemon can learn it. Charizard, Blastoise, Raichu, Sandslash, Nidoqueen, Nidoking, Fable, Wigglytuff, Golduck, Primeape, Poliwrath, Alakazam, Machamp, Golem, Slowbro, Gengar. I'm only listing final evolutions. Marowak, Hypno, Hitmonland, oh my god, Hitmonland, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, Dear Lord, Lickitung, Rhydon, Chansey, Kangaskhan, Mr. Mime, Jinx, Electabuzz, Magmar, Pinsir, Omastar, Kabutops, Snorlax, Mewtwo, Mew. Some decent coverage, actually. Do I have... are any of those on my potential list of things I want to take to the end of the game? In Emerald, are we just beating the Elite Four, or are we doing the Steven fight, too? In Emerald, we do the Steven fight. We may not be doing all the post-game stuff for everything, but if there's like a big final climactic confrontation, we'll be doing that. Oh hi, I finally finished Pokemon. Not done yet? This might be useful. Oh, I got a free TM. TM is counter, not like the one I'm leaning on, mind you. Ha 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 ha! Shut the fuck up. Captured Pokemon are registered with an ID number and the OT, the name of the original trainer that caught it. Come on, Graveler! I love Graveler! I collect them, huh? Graveler turned into a different Pokemon! Letting you know that Graveler will evolve via trade. Alright, my buddy's going to trade me his Kangaskhan for my Graveler. You're trading a Kangaskhan for a Graveler? Fuck you, kid! You went through all the hassle to catch a Kangaskhan, and you're gonna trade it for a bitch-ass Graveler? If I can only use each Pokemon 3 times, does that mean I can't use a Team 6 Ludicolo? No, you cannot be Mirror B. You can identify Pokemon you got in trades by their ID numbers. Actually, you know what? I'll make a ruling. If you want to use a team of 6 Ludicolo, that'll count as one use for one game. Then you can use 2 more teams of 6 Ludicolos. Darn, my raid team was gonna go wild. If you really want to that bad, there you go. It only counts for the games you use it in. So if you use 6 Ludicolo, but in one game, that counts as one use. For long outings, you should buy Revive. Yeah. Can I ask a question? Yes. Oh, is this the TM guy again? Are they supposed to be going up or down? Stupid mall. I hate the mall. In Gen 4, will you be using Shinx? I'll probably be using a Shinx in at least one team. Like, Shinx is too good of a Pokemon not to use. No, forever. I'm only allowed to use it a max of 3 times. Ah, here we go. Here's the stones. Firestone, Thunderstone, Waterstone, Leafstone. Pokédoll. I need to buy one of these. I can only use a grand total of 3 times. But hey, maybe, just maybe, I'll use 3 Shinxes throughout my teams. Oh, I can't use it forever. That defeats the rules. What the she just, like, slid. Just, like, to block me from going through. Flex! Hello, Flex. Welcome in. My sister is a trainer, believe it or not. But she's so mature, she drives me nuts. I have a bone to pick with you. Oh, dear. Team of 6 Skitty. Unevolved. That's a fun plan. You be my guest, Raven. If that's what you want to do for your Project Pokémon run for Gen 3, I'm not going to stop you. I keep wanting to watch your streams and you only stream at like 2 a.m. my time. Well, I mean, it's not Flex's fault you live in Ireland. I'm sorry. Look, it's Snorlax. AKA me. Gotta make Mama proud. Mama Skitty. Lex has to pay for me to move. You're here in Mav's stream. Yeah, but it's like super late for Dork right now. I stream at the same time, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Not exactly. I start at 7, and you start at 9. I was at a party night, and shut up. Hi, Marley! Hi, how you doing, Marley? What's up? Want some coins? I got 20 more coins. Yay, 20 coins! Games are scary. It's so easy to get hooked. Pretty sure each of these people will give me coins. Hey, you have better things to do, champ in the making. Sounds gym's leader is Erica. She uses grass-type Pokemon. Oh, this is like the guy who gives you the advice at the start of every gym, but instead of being at the gym, he's at the casino. How are you? I'm still recovering from my surgery, but I'm doing better. Still got a hole in my head, and I have to change my bandages twice a day instead of every 2 days now. Otherwise, I'm doing okay. I'm doing behind the stream at 11 a.m. PST on Sunday. It's not an entertaining stream, but we can hang out. Yeah, those are much earlier. Give me 2 minutes to work out the time zone for me and my time zone. Right, let's see, PST. I believe that's the same one that Kitty has, which is 3 hours behind me, so 11 a.m. is 12, 1, 2 p.m. for me, and then you're ahead of me by 5 hours, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. I believe would be. I might be a little off on that, but big hugs. Oh, thank you. Like 7 p.m. Yes, I was correct. Time zone math. You might appear docile, but don't be fooled. I'm having a wonderful time. Kid, do you want to play? Mav received 10 coins. Keep this quiet. It's rumored that this place is run by Team Rocket. Gee, thank you. I had 5 tabs open trying to work it out. I think these machines have different odds. That's just what that lady sounds like to me. Ooh, it's a Team Rocket grunt. I think, though, I want to go take on the gym. That way I can keep my rate of 1 gym per stream going for at least now. I'll be visiting my parents, but I'll pop a reminder in my phone now. Aww. Right. there's the gym. Gotta go down that way. And of course I need cut, so I need to go back and get someone who has cut. We're already over 3 hours. I know, but I'm gonna fight the gym leader real quick. Shut up, it's my stream, and I didn't get to stream last week. I had surgery last week. I had to recover from surgery, so I didn't get to stream last week, so let me just go a little long tonight. Okay? Right, let's see here. We are going to put away Ichiban, because we don't need a water type to take on a grass gym. I need to go rename Desperado. That name bothers me because it's spelled wrong. I believe Beetle is the one with cut, but I should probably check. Yep, Poison Sting and all that good stuff. Level 10. Its only use for me is using cut. No stress, it'll be nice to see you, but no worries if you can't make it. Oh! Dork, another thing, by the way, that you'll probably be interested in, is that I have finished another birthday song for, oh, right, I have to go into the menu and use it. For Show, whose birthday is on the 16th. This will be the third one I've done for Show. If you want to get a sneak peek, I'd be happy to send it your way. Yes! PP up! I remember there was something here. I did not know it was going to be a PP up, but that is a nice reward. In fact, if anyone would like a sneak peek, I'll be happy to send it to you via DM. Took me a lot longer to get it done than it should have because I was dealing with my surgery stuff. I forgot about Show's B-Day for a second. Well, you got 10 days. Actually, it's past 12 for you, so 9 days. 2 reminders. If I'm not there, I have simply passed away. Or you just got super busy. Alright, I'm just gonna do the gym, and that's where we'll end it today. This gym is great! It's full of women! Irv. Alright, let's lead with Jerk so we can get him some levels. Celadon City, Pokemon Gym, leader, Erica. Winning trainers, Eric. Oh, that's right, because I'm Mav and my rival is Eric, Maverick. But she's Erica. That's kind of funny. Hey, you're not allowed in here. It's a gym. Like, the whole point is for people to come in and fight. Bellsprout, level 23. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard for Jerk to fight. That's me on the statue. You look like a tiny Rhydon. Aw, Jerk's already level 22 now. Weepin' Bell. I think I'm definitely gonna catch, a Bellsprout for my next team. Because you really do need a grass type for Gen 1 games. Ah, man. Mav, I have listened to exactly 9 seconds of your B-Day song. Oh my god. Are you checking it on the Kudo board? I named myself Eric. Oh, okay. Did you enjoy 28 Years Later? I did. It was a great movie. I have not watched it yet. There we go. Freed from paralysis and rapping. Let's see, 9 seconds in. I'm trying to remember where exactly it is in 9 seconds. Lots of dick, though. Perfect! No, I physically transferred it to my PC. Yes, I checked the Kudo board. I mean, I hadn't sent you the thing yet, so that's like the only place you could have seen it so far. I was getting bored. Beauty wants to fight. Well, where's the beast? Girl, aren't we all? What a diva. And not the kind of diva who's a 2000s era female wrestler. Me, I am the beast. Do you want to be named one of these Pokemon eventually, dork? If I catch a Pokemon, what would you want to be named after? So you can be a beast on my party. I can name it. I could catch a Jinx and name it dork. Would you want to be a Jinx? I can name Jinx. At least I can't get paralyzed now. What's going... You know, I love that emote, Marley, because it looks like a Pokemon named Sableye. Which is a Pokemon I'd be happy to use on one of my teams eventually. Sableye is fun because before the introduction of fairy types, it technically has no weakness. If you make me a Jinx, I will unsub, unfollow, block, dox, and shame you. Hey, you can't shame a person who feels no shame. All the other things, sure. But the rest... But shame? Never felt it. Which is a lie. I feel constant shame. 24/7. 365. Except on leap years. It was one of the default emotes. I kept it because it's cute. It looks very similar to Sableye, which is a Pokemon. Got the same purple tone. It has sort of gem-like eyes. The major difference is that it has like a kind of cat look, and Sableye is sort of like an impish ghost. Yeah, I'm gonna take you to go... I mean, I have antidotes, I can just do that. And I have potions, so I can just do that. So I don't know why I'm bothering to go to the center. I have items, I need to start using them. That way I don't run out of space. Interesting. Yeah, hold on. I can probably find a picture real quick and DM it to you while I'm doing this, because I'm very good at multitasking. Alright, I fought you two. There's two more on the sides. I think one of you eventually uses a Bulbasaur, if I remember. Look at my grass Pokemon! They're so easy to raise! Beauty wants to fight. She's got two Pokemon. Are you one of the ones who uses a Bulbasaur? Bellsprout. Not a Bulbasaur yet. It's super effectivo, but I got wrapped anyway. Alright, cool. I was not wrapped nearly as long as I thought I was going to be. There. Picture sent. Go, jerk! Yeah, I think I'm gonna make that a recurring theme for all my bird-type Pokemon. I'm gonna name them... Because my first bird that I caught, my Pidgey, I named Beach Bully, because I kept using it to kick sand in people's face. And this one, I was gonna name it something, but I messed up and only got J, so I needed to rename it, and I was like, just name it Jerk. So now I think I'm just gonna name all my bird Pokemon after, like, insults. If you woke up one day as a Pokemon in a mystery dungeon type scenario, what Pokemon do you think you'd be? Scizor, because Scizor is the best Pokemon, as long as you don't get hit by fire type moves. What Mav says when I'm in his streams, go Jerk! Aw, you're a very talented artist, Flex. I would never call you a jerk. I see the resemblance. Yeah, it looks very similar, right? It's not, like, exactly the same, but it looks very similar. And because of the unique quirk of pairing Ghost and Dark type, it essentially has no weaknesses. Bulbasaur! She's the one who uses Bulbasaur. I already have a Venusaur, though. Level 24, and it's still a Bulbasaur? Lady, what are you doing with your life? I was such an angel when I'm in his streams. I'm an angel all the time, thank you. I'm an angel with a shotgun, fighting till the war's won. I don't care if heaven won't take me back. I was 21 when Jerk got here. Well, Jerk was 21 when we got here, and already 24. Ivysaur. I think I'd want to be an Absol, but I could see myself as a Farfetch'd. I could see you as a Farfetch'd too, Raven. Although Absol is a fun Pokemon. It's a bit on the fragile side. Jerk's attack missed! No! I want my Jerk back! There we go. I don't know, Raven. That's a little far-fetched. I'm in shock! This is an electric-type gym, and I didn't use any electric-type Pokemon, so don't be hyperbolic. Don't use the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball Z. Oh. The lights just flashed. I'm going to save it real fast, just in case my power's about to go out, because it's snowing heavily. That is a possibility. I don't want to lose any data. Still live, thankfully, but my light flickered for a second, and you never know when that's a sign of the power about to go out. When you live in a state like I do, where any random tree falling can knock out the power, you learn to be careful. What Pokemon vibe do I give off? I feel like something small and scrunkly. Tinkaton. I don't even need to question it. Tinkaton. Last wants to fight. Small, pink, but carries a heavy, like, can knock you senseless. Like, full of power. Small, cute, pink, adorable, and a heavy hitter. I have been told that before. I am not surprised. Bloom. Which eventually evolves into Vileplume. Or, in Gen 2, my preferred choice, Bellossom, because it loses the poison typing and thus its weakness to psychic. She can also carry 200 pounds, which is how much I weigh. For some reason I see you as one of the many bird Pokemon. Don't know which. "25! Mirror Move!" We've been sweeping through this place with Jerk. We'll give up Leer for now. Probably should have given up Growl, but eh. Oh, you! Better not underestimate girl power. I mean, I wasn't. I've been kicking all your asses, but I wasn't. Cool trainer female wants to fight. Rap. Well, at least it wasn't a spore. Just checked out your channel, I don't know why, but I get like a ghost vibe, maybe Pumpkaboo. See, when I first saw Marley's OC, it reminded me of... I don't know if you were there during it, but I streamed a game called They Bleed Pixels, and Marley's little OC reminded me of the character from that. If I had to give that character a typing, I would give it, like, Dark Fairy. And the only Dark Fairy currently in the game is Impidimp, which is always male. Because they can flap and then shake their little feet. I also do this. Well, I am a Vamphay. I don't know if we have any, like, vampire-based Pokemon. Which is surprising, considering how many Pokemon there are. Then again, it took them 9 generations to make a dolphin, so... And it took them 7 generations to make a wolf. Let me ponder. Are you pondering what I'm pondering? Why, yes, brain! But I don't know... I don't know, I can't think of a good one-liner for Pinky. Pinky and the Brain. They're Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. The only Pokemon that come to mind was Smeargle, since it's an artist Pokemon. Honestly, Scizor is my favorite Pokemon, but I don't know if that's the vibes I give off. It's probably easier for somebody else to pick up on your vibes than it is to pick up on your own. I make Marley ponder quite often on streams. Yeah, Vamp Fae does sound like it would be Dark Fairy type. Fairy for the Fae, because, you know, fairy. Vamp for dark, because vampire. That's literally the only Pokemon that is Dark Fairy as of right now is Impidimp in its evolution line, and they are always male, and I don't think they fit anyway, because its final evolution, Grimmsnarl, is nowhere close to Marley's little OC, or even general vibe. Pleased to meet you. My hobby is Pokemon training. Well, then you better be better at it than everyone else in this gym so far. That was either Dratini or Bagon. Okay. I can live with that. Because dragon type, right? And I've got a little dragon character. Another thing is, I'm supposed to have the Chibi form, right? Then the full-sized form. And I'm supposed to have like a full dragon form, but I still haven't had that designed yet. So I don't know what it's supposed to look like when I'm in full dragon mode. I need to figure out what I want that to look like and eventually have it, like, drawn. Oh, wow, that did a whole heck of a lot of nothing, didn't it? Aha! I used it on you! Okay, if we lean into a more badass one, maybe Mawile. Computer one could be Litwick. Oh, I love Mawile. I especially love Mawile after she gained fairy typing. Are we talking about for me, or are you still talking about for Marley? Alright, let's check out. 8 pecks left. Not bad. For Marley. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think either of those two necessarily fit me. Although I do love both of those Pokemon. Alright, Erica. Let's go! Hello, lovely weather, isn't it? It's so pleasant. Actually, it's heavily snowing outside.
Fuck yourself.
Aw, thank you, Flex. Oh dear, I must have dozed off. Welcome. My name is Erica. I am a leader of Celadon Gym. I teach the art of flower arranging. My Pokemon are of the grass type. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea that you wished to challenge me. Very well, but I shall not lose. Enjoy your lurk, Flex. Thank you for stopping by. Once we beat this lady, we're done for the day anyway, so. Victory Bell! Oh my god, look at Victory Bell. He's like pumping his imaginary leaf muscles. Well, at least I don't have to worry about getting paralyzed. Think the Mega Evo of Mawile suits? I get that. Oh, that reminds me. I meant to show you at one point, Dork, but I was in another person's stream, a friend. They were doing like a challenge where they were drawing Pokemon based on chat's description because they didn't know any of the Pokemon they were drawing. They did Mega Mawile. Or Mawile, I don't know. I usually say Mawile, but this time I said Mawile. I don't know if that was correct or not. I wanted to share it with you because it was really good, actually. They did a lot of other Pokemon, too. The only one they really didn't get, was Golisopod. Their Golisopod was not good. The rest of them were pretty good. Probably the wrong one to bring in Bakugo for, but... You know what? Let's show her the power of my grass type. Tangela is like one of the only grass types that aren't also poison type. Probably like the only pure grass type in the first gen. I would love to see that if you find it. Oh, I have it. I have it, fucking super potion. I have it available right now. I'll share it with you before stream is necessarily over, while I'm saying my goodbyes. In fact, I can try and get the picture while I'm busy fighting, because I only need one hand to do this battle. There we go. That was a lot of body slams. Tangela's a bit more durable than I gave it credit for. Because I shared the same picture with Flex, so I just have to go up in the chat and find that. And then I can just copy it and send it right to you via DM. Vileplume! Now I can bring out Bakugo. I don't dislike Vileplume, I just like Blossom better, because it loses its weakness to Psychic type. Plus, I think Blossom is a little bit more cute. Stream will never end. Hey, I gotta eat dinner eventually. Oof, Mega Drain. How much is it gonna hit for? Not too bad. But it did give it just enough that I won't be able to two-shot this bastard. Oh, fucking sleep powder. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's a picture of all the Pokemon they drew with with the actual Pokemon next to them, so you can see how close they got. You really see you really see they did pretty well on everything except for Golisopod. Also, don't hate me, I'm on a Pokemon generator, and I feel like you suit Sandile, just a little guy. I'm okay with that. My nephew caught, what was it? Oh, it's Gen 7, this little grass type, it looks like a bug. It's got the little scythy claws, but it's a grass type Pokemon. Fomantis? Fomantis or Lurantis, whichever one is the pink one, and named that one after me. So. And Sandile evolves into, eventually, Crocodile, which is a very good Pokemon in Gen 5. Fomantis, thank you. Oh my god, is it using Thrash? Wake up! Bakugo got knocked the fuck out. Hey, forever! Matt, you're stuck here forever. Bruh, did I say you evolve? Well, I mean, if it's up to me, then yes, eventually I will evolve. Poison versus poison. Now I'm gonna thrash against you! It's not very effective. I concede defeat. You are remarkably strong. I must confer to you the Rainbow Badge. I got $2,871 for winning. Thank you for that extra $1. You know what's funny, though, about that list I sent you, Dork? Is that of the Pokemon in that list, 2 of them already have Megas. One of them's already in their Mega form, and then there's Audino. 4 of the other Pokemon would go on to gain Mega Forms eventually in the Pokemon Legends ZA thing. I've changed my mind. I wish to be a Spheal. Oh, I love Spheal. I like the idea that I, Tinkaton, fully evolved, would be a foot taller than you, Sandile, swallowed in Neverstone. Okay, that lets me use Strength. This is probably... oh, Mega Drain, but I need to make room for it. Let's go ahead and give this PP up, and we'll use it on Jazz Cabbage's Body Slam. So it has more of that particular move to use. It's gonna be like its standard move. Mega Drain only has 40 base power. Damn it! And I'm guessing Giga Drain doesn't exist yet. Half the damage it inflicts is drained to heal your Pokemon. That sucks. Probably not better than Razor Leaf, then. Jerk swept almost the entire gym by himself. Bakugo couldn't take down one Vileplume. Spheal is my stream mascot for a reason. He is the best. Oh, no, not Spheal. You're thinking of Sphoid. Dork, there's a difference between a regular Spheal and Sphoid. Giga Drain does exist, but Venusaur does not learn it. I mean, he is my stream mascot because of a mistake. Alright, we're gonna go heal up at the Pokemon Center, and that's where we'll call it for tonight, guys. Because I have to go have dinner. It's very cute Spheal emotes. Spheal is also a Pokemon I really hope to use on one of my teams. Oh, but like, I keep saying, you're spoiled for choice as far as water types go, so... There's a lot of water types I want to use, but I can't use all of them. Unless I just, like, have one team with multiple water types, which isn't necessarily a bad idea, because in later games you gotta have, like, 3 water type HM moves. Spheal equals a cute little guy. Sphoid equals a god. Dork also did a lot of my emotes too, so if you've ever used any of mine and you find them cute, Dork's the one who did it. Dork also did my ref sheet, though not this current PNG I'm using. That was done by Shoizamo, whose birthday I did the song for that I was talking about. Where's my ref? There it is. That's full-size me, but there's also the chibi version of the ref. Hey Dork, you think you can make a full-size dragon of me? No, that was the person I hired to do my work for me. Ah ha 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 ha. You're lying because I know you're lying. Okay. With that saved, let's go ahead and go to the goodbye screen. Find someone to raid into. And I will see you guys tomorrow for more Atelier Sophie. Unless you don't want to be here, which is fine, but I'll be here. Once I'm not working so much, I'm going to add like a 3rd stream. So I can play a 3rd game. I just need to figure out what it's going to be. Got so much stuff on the back burner. Thanks for the stream. Sounds great to me. I'm glad to be back. I've still got a hole in my head, but you know what? Having friends makes me feel like I have a hole in my heart that's being filled with friendship. Sorry, was that a little cheesy? Alright, let's see who's live. Have a good night, you too, Dork, although it's probably, like, getting close to dawn for you. You're just holy now. Do you know how to make a holy bartender? Oh, I followed this person not too long ago because they were playing Pokemon, and they still are playing Pokemon Yellow. So that's an option. That's a fun option. Let me see who all else is on. But they're currently in the lead for raid ability. We'll raid out, we'll sing the goodbye song, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. A lot of people playing Cult of the Lamb recently. Did they have like an update or something? I mean, I know Show was playing it on stream, but like a lot of people are suddenly playing it again. So I feel like they had to have just done something for everyone to start coming back to it. They did, yes. Okay, that makes sense then. It's probably still a little early, but don't forget, March 4th, super early Corpse Party stream for celebrating my birthday, which is actually the 5th, but we'll go until 12 p.m. so we end on my birthday. Okay, I don't see any other people I want to raid, so we're going to raid into my new friend, Arcade Renegade. I love the little logo they've got, because they've got like the little pan flag colors behind it. Alright, okay. Let me set up the raid message, then set up the raid, sing the goodbye song, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate all of you. Playing Pokemon Yellow. Let's see. Is he doing a Nuzlocke? Most of his Pokemon are in like the 12 to 17 range, I see. Ah, blasted mouse. Will you just let me highlight? My mouse. I gotta get a new one eventually. Every time I click, it's like, oh, did you mean to click 2 to 3 times? Alright, let me set up the raid. Sing the goodbye song. I know I keep saying it, but my computer is slow as shit. I just want to assure you that I'm still doing it. It's just taking a while because my computer is slow, which is why I need a new one. It's one of many reasons I need a new one. A lot of people playing Pokemon, but I'm gonna raid this person. Not Arcade, that's Flex's place. Arcade Renegade, there it is. Pokemon Yellow version. That'll be our third one. We'll probably get through blue and yellow much faster than I'm getting through red because, you know, learning pains and such. Alright, starting the raid. Hey, it's been really fun. We hope you liked it too. Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. For now, it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay, 'cause we'll see you really soon, I know. Really soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. And tomorrow, just like today, the moon, the bear, and the big blue house will be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now. I love you all so much. Goodbye. Have a great night.